The 2009 Masters Tournament belongs to Angel Cabrera, the powerful Argentine who claimed his second major championship by defeating Chad Campbell and Kenny Perry in a sudden death playoff. All three players finished regulation at 276, 12 under par, with Cabrera prevailing on the second playoff hole to claim the green jacket. The victory came 2 years after Cabrera had won the U.S. Open at Oakmont, confirming his status as one of the game's premier players and demonstrating that his major championship success was no fluke. The week unfolded under ideal conditions at Augusta National, with the course playing firm and fast and producing the kind of dramatic finish that has always characterized the tournament. Angel Cabrera arrived at the 2009 Masters as an established major championship winner seeking to add a second title to his resume. His powerful swing and aggressive style made him well suited to Augusta National's demands, with his length off the tee allowing him to reach par fives in 2 strokes and his willingness to attack pins creating numerous birdie opportunities. Throughout the week, Cabrera demonstrated the complete game necessary to contend at major championships, with solid ball striking complemented by effective scrambling when approach shots missed their intended targets. His experience and composure under pressure gave him advantages over less seasoned players who might possess superior physical skills but lack the mental toughness that only major championship competition can develop. The final round provided high drama as multiple players contended for the title through the closing holes. Kenny Perry, the veteran American who had never won a major championship despite decades of trying, appeared poised to finally break through when he stood on the 17th tee with a 2-stroke lead. Perry's birdie at 16 had given him what seemed like a commanding advantage with just 2 holes remaining. But the par 3 17th at Augusta has destroyed countless dreams over the decades, and Perry's tee shot found the water fronting the green. The resulting double bogey 6 dropped him back into a tie, and his bogey at 18 meant he would need to survive a playoff to claim the title he desperately wanted. Chad Campbell, the talented American who had contended at major championships previously without winning, also reached the playoff after solid play through the final round. The sudden death format began at the 18th hole, where all 3 players made pars to extend the competition. The playoff moved to the 10th hole, where Cabrera's experience and composure proved decisive. His approach shot found the green in excellent position, while Perry and Campbell faced more difficult birdie attempts. When Campbell's birdie putt slid past and Perry's attempt also missed, Cabrera needed only to make his putt to win. The birdie putt found the center of the cup, securing the green jacket and Cabrera's second major championship. The tournament purse of $12 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Cabrera earning $1.35 million as champion. The field of 96 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with ideal scoring conditions allowing aggressive play throughout the week. Tiger Woods, seeking his 5th green jacket, tied for 6th after contending through 3 rounds but faltering on Sunday. Phil Mickelson tied for 4th in another strong Masters showing that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at Augusta. The winning score of 12 under par reflected the receptive conditions and showed that Augusta National could produce low scores when set up less severely than in some previous years. Angel Cabrera's Masters victory confirmed his status as one of the game's premier major championship players and demonstrated that his U.S. Open title 2 years earlier was the beginning of sustained excellence at golf's most demanding venues. His powerful game and aggressive style proved well suited to major championship conditions, where the ability to make birdies under pressure often separates winners from contenders. The victory also represented a significant achievement for Argentine golf and demonstrated South America's continued emergence as a source of world-class players capable of competing successfully at the highest level. Cabrera's success inspired young Argentine golfers and showed that players from their nation could conquer golf's most prestigious venues. The 2009 Masters will forever be remembered for Kenny Perry's heartbreaking collapse on the final 2 holes. Perry's double bogey at 17 and bogey at 18 represented one of the most painful finishes in major championship history. As he transformed what should have been a comfortable victory into a playoff he ultimately lost. The cruel twist of fate demonstrated golf's capacity for heartbreak and showed that leads are never safe at Augusta National until the final putt drops. For Perry, the near miss would remain a painful memory throughout his career, though he would eventually find success on the senior circuit. His collapse also reinforced themes about the psychological pressure of major championships and how difficult it can be to close out victories when facing the weight of expectations. In the years following his Masters victory, Cabrera would continue competing successfully, though he would not win another major championship. But the green jacket, combined with his US Open title, confirmed his place among golf's elite champions. For Argentine golf fans, Cabrera's victory provided national pride. The triumph also highlighted the increasingly global nature of professional golf. Angel Cabrera's playoff victory showcased the mental toughness necessary to win major championships. His ability to remain patient and execute quality shots when the championship hung in the balance demonstrated championship composure. The victory proved that major titles often go to players who can maintain focus when opponents falter. For Cabrera, the 2009 Masters represented the pinnacle of his career. Angel Cabrera's second major championship victory stands as testament to power and aggression. The 2010 Masters tournament delivered a third green jacket to Phil Mickelson, whose emotional victory came while his wife Amy battled breast cancer, adding profound personal significance to the achievement. Mickelson won with a score of 272, 16 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Lee Westwood after a final round that showcased his aggressive style and spectacular shot-making ability. The victory confirmed Mickelson's status as one of Augusta National's greatest modern champions and demonstrated his ability to perform at the highest level even while dealing with enormous personal stress and family challenges. The week unfolded under ideal conditions, with the course playing receptively and allowing for aggressive scoring throughout all 4 rounds. Phil Mickelson arrived at the 2010 Masters carrying burdens that extended far beyond golf. His wife Amy had been diagnosed with breast cancer the previous year, and the disease and its treatment had been the family's primary focus. Mickelson had reduced his playing schedule significantly to spend time with Amy and their children, and questions existed about whether he could summon the focus and energy necessary to compete at major championships while dealing with such serious family matters. Throughout the week, Mickelson demonstrated remarkable mental compartmentalization, channeling his emotions into focused, aggressive golf that produced some of the tournament's most memorable shots. The final round provided the kind of spectacular golf that has always defined Mickelson's career and his relationship with Augusta National. His ability to shape shots both directions and work the ball around Augusta's strategic layout gave him advantages over less versatile players. The defining moment came at the 13th hole, the par 5 that doglegs sharply left through towering pines. Facing a difficult second shot with trees blocking a direct line to the green, Mickelson struck a magnificent 6-iron that started well right of the target, curved dramatically left, and found the putting surface. The shot required perfect execution and demonstrated the kind of talent and creativity that separates the truly great players from merely good ones. Mickelson's birdie at 13 extended his lead and effectively sealed the victory, as competitors could not match the quality of golf he produced through the final round. Lee Westwood, the talented Englishman who had never won a major championship despite numerous close calls, played solid golf throughout the day but could not overcome Mickelson's advantage. KJ Choi and Anthony Kim also contended but ultimately fell short as Mickelson pulled away with birdies on the back 9. When Mickelson's final putt dropped at 18, his embrace with Amy became one of the Masters' most emotional moments, capturing the human dimension of athletic achievement and reminding viewers that sport exists within the context of real life with real challenges. The tournament purse of $13 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Mickelson earning $1.35 million as champion. The field of 96 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par, with ideal scoring conditions producing low numbers throughout the week. Tiger Woods tied for fourth after returning to competition following his own personal challenges, demonstrating that his game remained competitive even if his dominance had been interrupted. Fred Couples, at age 50, finished tied for sixth in a remarkable performance that showcased his continued competitiveness decades after his 1992 victory. The winning score of 16 under par reflected the receptive conditions and showed that Augusta National could produce aggressive scoring when setup permitted. Phil Mickelson's third Masters victory confirmed his status as one of the tournament's most successful modern champions, joining an exclusive group of players with 3 or more green jackets. The triumph demonstrated his ability to perform at the highest level even while dealing with serious personal challenges, proving that professional athletes can compartmentalize and focus on competition even when family matters demand attention. The victory also validated Mickelson's aggressive style and willingness to attempt high-risk shots, as the spectacular 6-iron at 13 showcased the kind of shot-making ability that separates major champions from talented players who cannot execute under pressure. His 3 green jackets placed him among Augusta's elite and suggested that additional major championships might follow. The 2010 Masters also marked an important moment in golf history as the tournament proceeded without the dominant presence of Tiger Woods, whose personal struggles had temporarily diminished his on-course performance. Mickelson's victory demonstrated that other players could claim majors when Woods was not at his absolute best, and that competitive depth in professional golf meant tournaments featured multiple legitimate contenders. The changing landscape of professional golf during this period, with established stars like Mickelson continuing to win while younger players emerged, created uncertainty about who would dominate the next era of major championship golf. The emotional context of Mickelson's victory resonated far beyond golf, as Amy's presence and their embrace after the final putt captured universal themes of family and perseverance. The image became one of sport's most powerful reminders that athletic achievement exists within the context of real lives with real challenges. For those facing health battles, Mickelson's ability to perform while supporting his wife provided inspiration. In the years following his third Masters victory, Mickelson would continue competing successfully and would eventually add more major championships. But the 2010 green jacket remained particularly special for its emotional context and spectacular shot-making. For golf fans who appreciated aggressive play, Mickelson's style provided entertainment. The 6-iron at 13 became part of Augusta lore. Phil Mickelson's third green jacket stands as testament to family and perseverance. The 2011 Masters tournament belongs to Charles Schwartzel, the South African who claimed his first major championship by birdieing the final 4 holes to finish with a score of 274, 14 under par, 2 strokes ahead of Adam Scott and Jason Day. Schwartzel's closing birdie surge represented one of the most impressive finishes in Masters history, as he made 4 consecutive birdies on holes 15 through 18 to overtake several players and claim the green jacket. The victory confirmed South Africa's continued tradition of producing major championship winners and demonstrated that success at Augusta National requires both quality ball striking and the ability to perform under extreme pressure. The week unfolded under ideal conditions, with the course playing receptively and allowing for aggressive scoring throughout all 4 rounds. Charles Schwartzel arrived at the 2011 Masters as a talented player with multiple international victories but no major championship credentials. His powerful swing and aggressive style made him well suited to Augusta National's demands, with his length off the tee allowing him to reach par 5s in 2 strokes and his willingness to attack pins creating numerous birdie opportunities. Throughout the week, Schwartzel demonstrated solid ball striking and effective scrambling when approach shots missed their intended targets. His experience competing on both the European Tour and PGA Tour gave him confidence that he could compete with the world's best players at major championships. The final round provided high drama as multiple players held or shared the lead through the closing holes. Rory McIlroy, the talented young Northern Irishman, held a 4-stroke lead entering Sunday and appeared poised to claim his first major championship. But McIlroy's game unraveled spectacularly on the back nine, with a triple bogey at the 10th hole beginning a collapse that would see him shoot 80 and finish tied for 15th. The disaster opened the door for several players, including Adam Scott, Jason Day, Angel Cabrera, and Schwartzel, to contend for the title over the final holes. The constantly changing leaderboard created uncertainty about who would ultimately prevail. Schwartzel's closing birdie surge began at the par 5 15th, where his approach shot found the green and he converted the birdie putt. Another birdie followed at 16, the challenging par 3 where so many Masters have been won and lost over the decades. His birdie at 17 gave him the outright lead, and when he struck a magnificent approach shot to the 18th green and holed the birdie putt, the green jacket was his. The 4 consecutive birdies to close represented one of the most impressive finishing runs in major championship history, demonstrating exceptional shot-making ability and remarkable composure under the most intense pressure imaginable. The tournament purse of $14 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Schwartzel earning $1.44 million as champion. The field of 99 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par, with ideal scoring conditions allowing aggressive play throughout the week. Tiger Woods tied for 4th in a solid performance that showed his game remained competitive even if his dominance had been interrupted. Phil Mickelson tied for 27th after failing to contend throughout the week. The winning score of 14 under par reflected the receptive conditions and demonstrated that Augusta National could produce low scores when setup permitted aggressive play. Charles Schwartzel's Masters victory represented a significant achievement for South African golf and continued that nation's proud tradition of producing major championship winners. His success demonstrated the strength of South African golf development systems and the quality of players emerging from the country. The victory also provided validation for Schwartzel's decision to compete on multiple tours and test himself against the world's best players in various conditions. His ability to perform at the highest level at Augusta National, with its unique demands and psychological pressures, confirmed that he possessed the complete game necessary to win major championships. The 2011 Masters will forever be remembered for Rory McIlroy's devastating collapse, as the young Northern Irishman transformed what should have been a comfortable victory into one of golf's most painful major championship disappointments. McIlroy's triple bogey at 10, where his tee shot found trees and led to a disastrous score, began the unraveling that ultimately cost him the green jacket. The collapse demonstrated the immense psychological pressure of major championships and showed that leads are never safe at Augusta National until the final putt drops. For McIlroy, the experience would ultimately prove valuable, as he would learn from the disappointment and go on to win multiple major championships in subsequent years. Schwartzel's 4 consecutive closing birdies demonstrated the kind of clutch play that separates major champions from talented players who cannot execute when championships hang in the balance. His ability to maintain focus and produce quality shots on each of the final 4 holes, knowing that mistakes could cost him the title, showcased mental toughness and championship composure. The birdie at 18, with the green jacket on the line, represented the ultimate test of nerve, and Schwartzel's magnificent approach and confident putt showed that he possessed the qualities necessary to win at golf's most demanding venues. In the years following his Masters victory, Schwartzel would continue competing successfully, though he would not win another major championship. But the green jacket remained the defining achievement of his career. For South African golf fans, Schwartzel's victory provided national pride. Charles Schwartzel's Masters victory stands as testament to clutch play and finishing strong. The 2012 Masters tournament delivered a green jacket to Bubba Watson, the left-handed long hitter who defeated Louis Oosthuizen in a sudden-death playoff with one of the most spectacular shots in tournament history. Watson won after both players finished regulation at 278, 10 under par, with Watson prevailing on the second playoff hole after holing a remarkable recovery shot from deep in the trees on the 10th hole. The victory was Watson's first major championship and confirmed his status as one of the game's most talented and creative shot makers. The week unfolded under typical spring conditions at Augusta National, with the course playing firm and fast and rewarding players who could combine power with precision and creativity. Bubba Watson arrived at the 2012 Masters as one of professional golf's most intriguing figures, a self-taught player whose unconventional swing and prodigious length made him both fascinating to watch and difficult to predict. His ability to shape shots dramatically in both directions, combined with his willingness to attempt high-risk plays, made him a natural fit for Augusta National's strategic layout. Throughout the week, Watson demonstrated the power and creativity that characterized his game, reaching par fives with short irons after massive drives and manufacturing shots around trees and other obstacles when his ball striking occasionally went awry. His length off the tee gave him significant advantages over competitors, allowing him to attack Augusta's greens from shorter distances. The final round provided drama as several players contended for the title through the closing holes. Louis Oosthuizen, the talented South African who had won the Open Championship 2 years earlier, played exceptional golf throughout the day and produced one of the tournament's most memorable moments with an albatross 2 at the par 5 second hole. His double eagle, achieved by holing a 4-iron approach shot from the fairway, gave him momentum that carried through the round. Phil Mickelson also contended, seeking what would have been his 4th green jacket. Peter Hansen mounted a challenge as well. The constantly shifting leaderboard created uncertainty about who would ultimately prevail. The playoff began at the 10th hole, where both players made pars to extend the competition. The players then moved to the par 4 10th again for the second playoff hole, and this is where Watson produced the shot that would define the tournament. His tee shot found trees well right of the fairway, leaving him with an apparently impossible recovery that would require threading the ball through a narrow gap in the pines and curving it dramatically from right to left to reach the green. Watson selected a gap wedge and executed one of the most spectacular shots in Masters history, curving the ball around and through the trees to find the green approximately 10 feet from the hole. The shot demonstrated Watson's exceptional talent for shaping the ball and his willingness to attempt high-risk plays when circumstances demanded bold action. Oosthuizen, meanwhile, had found the fairway but faced a difficult approach to a tucked pin position. His shot found the bunker, and when he could not get up and down for par, Watson needed only to 2-putt for the victory. His first putt left him with a short par attempt that he converted to claim the green jacket. The celebration that followed reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at having executed the difficult recovery shots successfully under maximum pressure. The tournament purse of $15 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Watson earning $1.44 million as champion. The field of 97 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with typical spring conditions producing a challenging test. Tiger Woods tied for 40th after struggling throughout the week, continuing a period of inconsistency that had followed his personal challenges. The winning score of 10 under par reflected firm, fast conditions and showed that Augusta National could still defend itself when set up appropriately. Bubba Watson's Masters victory confirmed his status as one of the game's most talented players and demonstrated that unconventional swings and self-taught techniques could produce major championship success. His victory challenged conventional wisdom about proper swing mechanics and showed that results matter more than textbook form. The triumph also validated Watson's aggressive style and willingness to attempt spectacular shots, as the recovery from the trees on the second playoff hole showcased the kind of creativity and shot-making ability that separates the truly great players from merely good ones. His first major championship suggested that additional titles might follow now that he had broken through at Augusta National. The hook from the trees became part of Masters lore, joining other famous recovery shots and spectacular plays that have defined tournaments over the decades. The shot required perfect execution and demonstrated Watson's ability to visualize and execute shots that most players would not even attempt. The willingness to take on such a difficult shot in a playoff situation, rather than playing safely back to the fairway, showed the kind of boldness and confidence that characterizes major champions. For Watson, the shot and the victory confirmed his place among golf's elite players and proved that his unique talents could produce success at the highest level. In the years following his first Masters victory, Watson would return to Augusta and win a second green jacket in 2014, confirming that his success was no fluke. But the 2012 triumph remained special for the spectacular playoff shot and for the way it announced Watson as a major championship force. For golf fans who appreciated creative shot-making and aggressive play, Watson's style provided entertainment. The hook from the trees represented the kind of moment that makes golf compelling and memorable. Bubba Watson's first green jacket stands as testament to creativity, power, and the courage to attempt spectacular shots when championships hang in the balance. The 2013 Masters tournament belongs to Adam Scott, the talented Australian who became his nation's first Masters champion by defeating Angel Cabrera in a sudden death playoff. Scott won after both players finished regulation at 279, 9 under par, with Scott prevailing on the second playoff hole to claim the green jacket. The victory represented a breakthrough for Australian golf and vindication for Scott after years of near misses in major championships. The week unfolded under challenging conditions, with firm greens and steady winds testing every aspect of the players' games. Adam Scott arrived at the 2013 Masters as one of professional golf's most talented players who had not yet won a major championship despite numerous close calls. His smooth swing and powerful ball striking had produced victories worldwide, but major championship success had eluded him. Throughout the week, Scott demonstrated the complete game necessary to contend at Augusta, with excellent driving positioning him in ideal spots and precise iron play finding greens consistently. His longtime caddy Steve Williams, who had previously worked with Tiger Woods, provided valuable experience and course knowledge. The final round provided high drama as Scott built a 4-stroke lead playing the final 4 holes. But disaster struck at the 18th when his approach shot found the greenside bunker. His bunker shot came out poorly, and he made bogey. Meanwhile, Cabrera birdied the 18th to force a playoff. The collapse echoed Rory McIlroy's disaster 2 years earlier and demonstrated the immense pressure of closing out major championships at Augusta National. The playoff would determine whether Scott could recover from the disappointment and claim the title. The playoff began at the 18th hole, where both players made pars to extend the competition. Moving to the 10th hole for the second playoff hole, Scott executed a magnificent approach shot that found the green in excellent position. Cabrera's approach also found the green, setting up birdie opportunities for both players. When Cabrera's birdie putt slid past and Scott holed his attempt, the green jacket was his. The celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at having overcome the 18th hole disappointment to ultimately prevail. The tournament purse of $16 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Scott earning $1.44 million as champion. The field of 97 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par. Tiger Woods finished tied for fourth in a strong performance that showed his game remained competitive. The winning score of 9 under par reflected challenging conditions throughout the week. Adam Scott's Masters victory represented a significant achievement for Australian golf and fulfilled a dream that legendary Australian champions like Greg Norman had never realized despite numerous attempts and heartbreaking near misses. His success demonstrated the quality of Australian golf development systems and provided inspiration for young players from his nation who had watched Norman's struggles at Augusta with disappointment. The victory also validated Scott's perseverance through numerous major championship disappointments, including the Open Championship collapse at Royal Lytham 2 years earlier where he led by 4 strokes with 4 holes to play before faltering. His ability to recover from the collapse at 18 and win in the playoff showcased remarkable mental toughness and competitive character that had been forged through previous setbacks. The 2013 Masters will also be remembered for the dramatic nature of Scott's recovery from the 18th hole collapse, as his ability to regroup during the playoff and execute under pressure demonstrated championship character. Many players would have been demoralized by squandering such a comfortable lead, but Scott showed resilience and mental strength by immediately refocusing on the playoff rather than dwelling on what had just occurred. His playoff birdie at the 10th hole showcased his ability to produce quality shots when championships hung in the balance, and the victory confirmed that he possessed the mental toughness necessary to win major championships despite the setbacks and disappointments that inevitably occur in professional golf. The green jacket validated years of hard work and dedication while also providing inspiration to players who had experienced similar heartbreaks in pursuit of their own major championship dreams. His victory provided some measure of closure for Norman's near misses and demonstrated that Australian players could conquer the venue's unique challenges when they brought complete games and maintained composure under extreme pressure. Scott's smooth swing and powerful ball striking had always suggested major championship success, and the green jacket confirmed that his talent could produce victories at golf's most demanding venues when combined with proper course management and mental fortitude. In the years following his Masters victory, Scott would continue competing at the highest level and contending frequently in major championships, though he would not win another green jacket or major title despite numerous opportunities. The breakthrough at Augusta remained the defining achievement of his career and ensured his place in golf history as one of Australia's greatest golfers and a player who conquered the venue that had tormented his predecessors. For Australian golf fans, Scott's victory provided immense satisfaction and demonstrated their country's continued ability to produce world-class players capable of winning at the highest level. Adam Scott's breakthrough Masters victory stands as testament to perseverance through disappointment, mental resilience under pressure, and the importance of learning from previous failures to ultimately achieve success. The 2014 Masters tournament delivered a second green jacket to Bubba Watson, whose wire-to-wire performance showcased his prodigious length and creative shot-making ability. Watson won with a score of 280, 8 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Jordan Spieth and Jonas Blixt. The victory confirmed that his breakthrough 2 years earlier was no fluke and established him as one of Augusta National's premier champions during the modern era. The week unfolded under typical spring conditions, with firm greens and strategic pin positions testing the field throughout all 4 rounds. Bubba Watson arrived at the 2014 Masters as the defending champion from 2 years prior, having won in dramatic playoff fashion. His length off the tee continued to give him significant advantages at Augusta, allowing him to reach par 5s with short irons and attack pins from distances other players could only dream about. Throughout the week, Watson demonstrated improved consistency and course management compared to his previous victory, with fewer wild drives and better decision-making around the greens. His ability to maintain the lead wire-to-wire showed maturity and championship composure. The final round provided moderate drama as Jordan Spieth, the talented 20-year-old making just his second Masters appearance after finishing second as an amateur the previous year, mounted a charge with excellent play throughout Sunday that ultimately fell short of catching Watson. Spieth's performance, which included a final round 70 that showcased remarkable ball striking and putting ability, demonstrated poise and skill under pressure rarely seen in someone so young, and suggested that future green jackets might be in his future if he could continue developing his game. Watson's steady play through the final round never allowed Spieth to get close enough to apply real pressure, and his three-stroke victory margin reflected complete control throughout Sunday's round. His closing round 69 sealed the victory and secured his second green jacket in just 3 years, confirming his status among Augusta National's elite modern champions. The tournament purse of $17 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth as one of the world's premier sporting events, with Watson earning $1.62 million as champion, a record payout at the time. The field of 97 players was reduced to 43 after the 36-hole cut at 5 over par, with typical spring conditions producing a challenging test throughout the week. Tiger Woods did not compete due to ongoing back issues that would plague him for years, marking one of the few Masters he would miss during his illustrious career and signaling the physical challenges that would eventually curtail his dominance. Phil Mickelson tied for 14th in a solid performance that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at Augusta National even as younger players began to dominate the tournament. Jordan Spieth's runner-up finish at such a young age foreshadowed his own Masters triumph that would come the following year. Bubba Watson's second Masters victory in 3 years confirmed his status as one of the tournament's most successful modern champions and proved that his unconventional swing and self-taught playing style could produce sustained excellence at major championships rather than just isolated moments of brilliance. His 2 green jackets established him among Augusta National's elite and suggested that additional victories might follow if he could maintain his form and confidence. The wire-to-wire performance demonstrated improved consistency and mental toughness compared to his dramatic playoff win 2 years earlier, showing that he had matured as a player and learned to manage leads rather than just chase them. His ability to control the tournament from start to finish reflected championship composure and strategic thinking that belied his reputation as a wild, unpredictable player. The 2014 Masters also highlighted the emergence of Jordan Spieth as a major championship contender, as his runner-up finish at age 20 demonstrated remarkable poise and skill under pressure. Spieth's performance throughout the week showcased ball striking and putting ability that suggested future green jackets would be in his future, and his composure in contending against established champions demonstrated maturity beyond his years. The tournament marked a changing of the guard in professional golf, with younger players like Spieth beginning to challenge the generation of champions who had dominated major championships throughout the 2000s. Watson's victory proved that the previous generation could still compete, but the emergence of talented young competitors signaled that the sport's competitive landscape was evolving rapidly. In the years following his second Masters victory, Watson would continue competing successfully on the PGA Tour and worldwide, though he would not win another major championship despite several opportunities and strong performances in subsequent years. The 2 green jackets remained the defining achievements of his career and ensured his place in golf history as one of the game's most talented and entertaining champions. For golf fans who appreciated power golf combined with creativity and shot-making ability, Watson's style provided entertainment value that more conservative, mechanical players could not match. His success challenged conventional wisdom about proper swing technique and the necessity of traditional coaching, showing that results matter more than textbook form and that self-taught players could reach the pinnacle of professional golf. Bubba Watson's second green jacket stands as testament to prodigious power, creative shot-making, and the value of staying true to one's natural playing style rather than conforming to others' expectations. The 2015 Masters tournament belongs to Jordan Spieth, the 21-year-old Texan who dominated the field with a record-tying score of 270, 18 under par, finishing 4 strokes ahead of Phil Mickelson and Justin Rose. Spieth's total tied the tournament scoring record set by Tiger Woods in 1997 and demonstrated a level of dominance rarely seen at Augusta National. The victory was Spieth's first major championship and announced him as golf's next great champion. The week unfolded under ideal conditions, with the course playing receptively and allowing for aggressive scoring when players executed properly. Jordan Spieth arrived at the 2015 Masters as one of professional golf's rising stars, having already won multiple PGA Tour events despite his youth. His mature approach to the game and excellent course management skills belied his age, and his combination of solid ball striking and exceptional putting made him ideally suited to Augusta National's demands. Throughout the week, Spieth demonstrated the kind of complete golf that wins major championships, with consistent driving positioning him in ideal spots and precise iron play finding greens in regulation. His putting was particularly impressive, as he holed numerous crucial putts to maintain and extend his lead. The final round provided little drama as Spieth controlled the tournament from start to finish, leading wire to wire in a performance reminiscent of Tiger Woods' dominant displays. His 4-shot victory margin understated his control, as he played conservatively when necessary to protect his lead rather than pressing for additional birdies. Phil Mickelson mounted the closest challenge with a final round 70 that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at Augusta, but Spieth never appeared in danger of relinquishing his advantage. Justin Rose also contended throughout the final round, finishing tied for second with Mickelson. The tournament purse of $18 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Spieth earning $1.8 million as champion. The field of 97 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par. Tiger Woods tied for 17th after struggling with his game throughout the week. Rory McIlroy tied for 4th as he continued pursuing the career Grand Slam that had eluded him at Augusta. The winning score of 18 under par tied the tournament record and showed that Augusta National could still produce low scores when conditions permitted aggressive play. Jordan Spieth's Masters victory confirmed his status as golf's next dominant force and suggested that he might follow in Tiger Woods' footsteps as a player capable of winning multiple major championships and dominating the game for years to come. His wire-to-wire performance and record-tying score demonstrated remarkable maturity and consistency for someone so young, particularly given the immense pressure of leading a major championship from start to finish. The triumph validated his decision to turn professional after limited college experience and pursue major championship success at the highest level rather than remaining amateur longer. His combination of strategic thinking, solid ball striking, and exceptional putting provided a complete game that seemed ideally suited to major championship golf and particularly to Augusta National's unique demands. The 2015 Masters marked an important generational transition as Spieth's victory announced that a new era of champions was emerging to challenge and eventually succeed the generation of players like Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, and others who had dominated major championships for the previous 2 decades. His success demonstrated that younger players possessing modern training methods, advanced equipment, and sophisticated course management strategies could now compete with and defeat established stars who had previously seemed untouchable. The future of professional golf featured multiple talented young players rather than one dominant force, creating uncertainty and excitement about who would emerge as the sport's next great champion. Spieth's record-tying performance suggested he might be that player, though time would tell whether he could maintain the level of excellence necessary to dominate over a sustained period. The wire-to-wire nature of Spieth's victory demonstrated championship composure rarely seen in players so young, as he never allowed competitors to seriously threaten his lead and played conservatively when necessary to protect his advantage rather than pressing aggressively for additional birdies that might have led to mistakes. His ability to manage his emotions and maintain focus throughout 4 demanding rounds at Augusta National showcased mental toughness that typically requires years of major championship experience to develop. The record-tying 18 under par total placed him alongside Tiger Woods in the tournament record books and suggested that he possessed the complete game necessary to win multiple times at Augusta if he could maintain his form and confidence in subsequent years. In the years following his first Masters victory, Spieth would return to Augusta and contend frequently, though he would experience heartbreak the following year when leading by 5 strokes with 9 holes to play before making quadruple bogey at the 12th hole and ultimately losing to Danny Willett. The collapse demonstrated that even the most talented players can struggle under Augusta's unique pressures, and that leads are never truly safe until the final putt drops. Despite that disappointment and others in subsequent major championships, Spieth's green jacket remained a defining achievement and confirmed his place among golf's elite players capable of winning at the sport's most demanding venues. Jordan Spieth's record-tying Masters victory stands as testament to consistency, maturity beyond his years, and complete mastery of Augusta National strategic and psychological demands. The 2016 Masters tournament belongs to Danny Willett, the Englishman who claimed his first major championship by capitalizing on Jordan Spieth's stunning collapse on the back 9. Willett won with a score of 283, 5 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Spieth and Lee Westwood after the defending champion made quadruple bogey at the 12th hole while holding a 5-stroke lead. The victory represented an unexpected triumph for Willett, who had played excellent golf throughout the week but appeared destined for a high finish rather than a green jacket until Spieth's disaster opened the door. The week unfolded under challenging conditions at Augusta National, with firm greens and steady winds testing every aspect of the players' games throughout all 4 rounds. Danny Willett arrived at the 2016 Masters as a rising player on the European Tour with multiple victories but no major championship credentials to suggest he could win at Augusta National. His solid ball striking and consistent play had earned him respect among his peers, but he remained relatively unknown to casual American golf fans. Throughout the week, Willett demonstrated the kind of complete game necessary to contend at major championships, with accurate driving positioning him in ideal spots and precise iron play finding greens consistently. His ability to score on the par 5s proved crucial, as he reached the reachable long holes in 2 strokes when possible and converted eagles and birdies that kept him in contention. The final round will forever be remembered for Jordan Spieth's catastrophic collapse rather than for Willett's steady excellence. Spieth entered the back 9 on Sunday with a commanding 5-stroke lead, appearing certain to successfully defend his title and claim his 2nd consecutive green jacket. But disaster struck at the par 3 12th hole, where Spieth's tee shot found the water fronting the green. His drop and 3rd shot also found the water, leading to a quadruple bogey 7 that transformed a comfortable lead into a tie with Willett. The mental devastation of the disaster was evident as Spieth immediately bogeyed the 13th hole as well, dropping 2 strokes behind Willett with just 5 holes remaining. Willett, playing in the group ahead of Spieth, remained unaware of the full extent of the collapse as it unfolded. His birdie at the 14th hole extended his lead, and his steady pars through the closing holes demonstrated championship composure under pressure. When Spieth's final round 73 left him at 286, 3 strokes behind Willett, the green jacket belonged to the Englishman. Willett's closing round 67 showcased solid golf rather than spectacular shot-making, with his ability to avoid mistakes and capitalize on scoring opportunities separating him from the field. His emotional celebration reflected both joy at winning his first major championship and awareness that circumstances beyond his control had contributed significantly to the victory. The tournament purse of $19 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth, with Willett earning $1.8 million as champion. The field of 94 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with challenging conditions throughout the week producing scores higher than in recent years. Lee Westwood tied for second with Spieth, continuing his pattern of strong major championship performances without ever claiming a title. Dustin Johnson tied for fourth in a solid performance that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at Augusta. The winning score of 5 under par reflected the difficult conditions and showed that Augusta National could still defend itself when set up appropriately with firm greens and challenging pin positions. Danny Willett's Masters victory represented a significant achievement for English golf and continued that nation's tradition of producing major championship winners. His success demonstrated the strength of European Tour development systems. The victory also validated Willett's decision to compete on multiple tours. His ability to maintain composure while Spieth struggled demonstrated mental toughness and championship character. The 2016 Masters will be remembered primarily for Jordan Spieth's heartbreaking collapse, which echoed other famous disasters at Augusta National, including Greg Norman's meltdown 20 years earlier. Spieth's quadruple bogey at 12 represented one of the most devastating moments in major championship history, as he transformed what should have been a comfortable victory into a painful runner-up finish. The young Texan's visible distress as the round progressed captured the immense psychological pressure of major championships and demonstrated that even the most talented players can struggle when disaster strikes. For Spieth, the experience would ultimately prove valuable as a learning opportunity, though the immediate pain was evident to all who witnessed the collapse. Willett's ability to capitalize on Spieth's struggles demonstrated the importance of patience and persistence in major championship golf. He remained in position to take advantage of any mistakes by the leaders, and when Spieth faltered, Willett was ready to seize the opportunity. His steady play through the final round, without spectacular brilliance but also without costly mistakes, showcased the kind of grinding golf that often wins major championships when conditions become difficult and pressure mounts. The victory proved that championships often go to players who can avoid disasters and capitalize on others' mistakes rather than to those who produce the most birdies or spectacular shots. In the years following his Masters victory, Willett would face challenges maintaining his form and would not win another major championship. The green jacket remained the defining achievement of his career. For English golf fans, Willett's victory provided satisfaction. The triumph also highlighted the unpredictable nature of golf and major championships, where fortunes can change dramatically over a single hole. Danny Willett's Masters victory stands as testament to patience and being in position to capitalize when circumstances shift. The 2017 Masters tournament belongs to Sergio Garcia, the Spanish veteran who finally claimed his first major championship at age 37 by defeating Justin Rose in a playoff. Garcia won after both players finished regulation at 279, 9 under par, with Garcia prevailing on the first playoff hole with a birdie after Rose could manage only par. The victory ended years of major championship heartbreak for Garcia, who had finished runner-up or in contention numerous times without ever breaking through. The triumph came on what would have been Seve Ballesteros' 60th birthday, adding emotional significance to Garcia's long-awaited breakthrough. The week unfolded under ideal conditions at Augusta National, with the course playing receptively and allowing for aggressive scoring throughout all 4 rounds. Sergio Garcia arrived at the 2017 Masters carrying the burden of being the best player never to win a major championship, a label that had followed him for nearly 2 decades of professional golf. His prodigious talent had been obvious since his teenage years, and his victory at the PGA Championship as a 19-year-old amateur had suggested that major titles would follow regularly throughout his career. Yet despite multiple close calls and heartbreaking near misses, the breakthrough had eluded him. Throughout the week at Augusta, Garcia demonstrated the complete game that had always suggested major championship success, with powerful ball striking complemented by improved putting that had often been his weakness in pressure situations. The final round provided high drama as Garcia and Justin Rose, the Englishman who had won the US Open 4 years earlier, battled through challenging conditions with the championship hanging in the balance. Rose played exceptional golf throughout the day, making birdies when necessary to maintain pressure on Garcia. The back nine featured numerous momentum swings, with both players producing quality shots and occasional mistakes that kept the outcome uncertain until the final hole. Garcia's eagle at the par 5 15th gave him a brief lead, but Rose answered with birdies to force the playoff. The constantly shifting leaderboard created drama that captivated fans and demonstrated that major championships at Augusta remain highly competitive among the world's best players. The playoff began at the 18th hole, where both players hit quality tee shots that left them with manageable approaches to the green. Garcia's approach found the putting surface in excellent position, while Rose's ball settled on the green as well, setting up birdie opportunities for both competitors. Rose's birdie attempt slid past the hole, leaving him with a par that would extend the playoff if Garcia missed his birdie putt. But Garcia calmly rolled in the birdie attempt to claim the green jacket, his celebration reflecting both joy at the achievement and relief at finally breaking through after so many years of trying. The tears that flowed captured the emotional significance of the victory and the release of pressure that had built over nearly 2 decades of major championship frustration. The tournament purse of $20 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Garcia earning $1.98 million as champion. The field of 94 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with ideal scoring conditions allowing aggressive play throughout the week. Charles Schwartzel tied for 4th in a solid performance that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at Augusta. Ricky Fowler also tied for 4th, continuing his pattern of strong major championship performances while still seeking his first victory. The winning score of 9 under par reflected the receptive conditions and showed that Augusta National could produce competitive scoring when setup permitted aggressive play while still maintaining its strategic complexity. Sergio Garcia's Masters victory represented vindication of his talent and proof that perseverance through disappointment could eventually produce rewards. The breakthrough silenced critics who had questioned his mental toughness. The green jacket confirmed that his struggles in previous majors reflected bad fortune rather than fundamental flaws. The victory also validated his decision to continue pursuing major championship success. The 2017 Masters also marked an important moment in golf history as Garcia's breakthrough demonstrated that major championships could be won at any age if a player maintained his skills and competitive fire. His victory at 37, while not unprecedented, proved that experience and course knowledge could overcome any marginal decline in physical abilities. The triumph also highlighted the importance of improved putting, as Garcia's work with his putting coach had transformed what had been a weakness into a strength that allowed him to hold crucial putts under extreme pressure. His playoff birdie showcased the kind of clutch performance that separates major champions from talented players who cannot execute when championships hang in the balance. The victory on Ballesteros' birthday added a poignant dimension to Garcia's achievement, as the legendary Spanish champion had been Garcia's idol and inspiration throughout his career. Ballesteros had won 2 Masters titles during his career and had established Spain as a major force in professional golf. Garcia's victory continued that tradition and demonstrated that Spanish golf remained competitive at the highest level. The emotional significance of the timing was not lost on Garcia, who spoke movingly about Ballesteros in his victory speech and suggested that his idol spirit had somehow helped guide him to the green jacket. In the years following his Masters victory, Garcia would continue competing at a high level, though he would not win another major championship. The green jacket remained the defining achievement of his career. For Spanish golf fans, Garcia's victory provided satisfaction and continued the legacy that Ballesteros had established. The triumph also demonstrated that persistence through disappointment could eventually produce rewards. Sergio Garcia's long-awaited Masters victory stands as testament to perseverance and determination. The 2018 Masters tournament delivered a green jacket to Patrick Reed, the brash American whose victory came with a score of 273, 15 under par, finishing one stroke ahead of Ricky Fowler after a tense final round. Reed won with a combination of aggressive play and solid course management, holding off challenges from multiple players including Jordan Spieth and Rory McIlroy. The victory was Reed's first major championship and confirmed his status as one of the game's most competitive players. The week unfolded under ideal conditions at Augusta National, with the course playing receptively and allowing for low scoring throughout all 4 rounds when players executed properly. Patrick Reed arrived at the 2018 Masters as an established PGA Tour winner with a reputation for competitive fire and confidence that some observers found off-putting. His aggressive style and willingness to back up bold statements with quality play had earned him both admirers and critics throughout his career. Throughout the week at Augusta, Reed demonstrated the complete game necessary to win major championships, with powerful driving positioning him in ideal spots and precise iron play finding greens consistently. His putting proved exceptional, as he holed numerous crucial putts to build and maintain his lead through the tournament. His ability to score on the par 5s gave him advantages over competitors who could not reach the reachable long holes in 2 strokes. The final round provided drama as several players mounted challenges that ultimately fell short. Jordan Spieth, playing in the final group with Reed, applied pressure throughout the day with excellent play that included a final round 64. Spieth's charge came up 1 stroke short, extending his pattern of near misses at Augusta after his breakthrough victory 3 years earlier. Ricky Fowler also contended, tying Spieth for second place with strong play throughout the final round. Rory McIlroy mounted a late charge that briefly put him in contention before falling back. The constantly shifting leaderboard created uncertainty about who would ultimately prevail, with Reed's ability to make crucial pars when needed proving decisive. Reed's ability to maintain composure under extreme pressure demonstrated championship character and mental toughness that separated him from talented players who might possess superior physical skills but lack the competitive fire necessary to win major championships. His birdie at the 14th hole gave him breathing room, and his steady pars through the closing holes showcased patient golf under pressure. When his final putt dropped at 18, securing the green jacket with a 1-stroke victory, Reed's celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and validation of his confidence in his abilities. His emotional reaction demonstrated that beneath the brash exterior lay genuine passion for the game and appreciation for the significance of winning at Augusta National. The tournament purse of $22 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth, with Reed earning $1.98 million as champion. The field of 87 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par, with ideal scoring conditions throughout the week allowing aggressive play. Henrik Stenson tied for 5th in a solid performance that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at major championships. Dustin Johnson also tied for 5th, continuing his pattern of strong performances at Augusta while still seeking his first green jacket. The winning score of 15 under par reflected the receptive conditions and showed that Augusta National could produce low scores when players executed properly, though the competitive finish demonstrated that the course still provided ample challenge. Patrick Reed's Masters victory confirmed his status as one of professional golf's premier competitors and validated his aggressive style and confident approach to the game. The breakthrough silenced critics who had questioned whether his bold statements could be backed up with major championship success. The green jacket proved that Reed possessed the complete game and mental toughness necessary to win at golf's most demanding venues when he brought quality golf and maintained composure under pressure. The green jacket proved that Reed possessed the complete game and mental toughness necessary to win at golf's most demanding venues when he brought quality golf and maintained composure under pressure. His victory also demonstrated that confidence and belief in one's abilities, while sometimes appearing arrogant to observers, could provide competitive advantages when channeled productively during major championship competition. The 2018 Masters marked another chapter in the tournament's ongoing evolution, as Reed's victory demonstrated that Augusta National continued producing diverse champions who won through various styles and approaches. His aggressive play and willingness to attack pins contrasted with more conservative approaches that some champions employed, showing that multiple paths to the green jacket remained viable. The tournament also highlighted the depth of talent in professional golf during this era, with numerous players capable of winning major championships on any given week when their games peaked and circumstances aligned favorably. In the years following his Masters victory, Reed would continue competing at a high level in both individual and team competitions, though he would not win another major championship. The green jacket remained the defining achievement of his career. His Ryder Cup performances, where his aggressive style proved particularly effective, would also contribute to his legacy. For American golf fans, Reed's victory provided satisfaction. Patrick Reed's path to the green jacket demonstrated that confidence, when combined with talent, could produce major championship success. Patrick Reed's Masters victory stands as testament to confidence and competitive fire. The 2019 Masters tournament belongs to Tiger Woods, whose fifth green jacket completed one of the most remarkable comebacks in sports history. Woods won with a score of 275, 13 under par, finishing one stroke ahead of Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, and Xander Schauffele after a final round that showcased his ability to perform under extreme pressure. The victory came 14 years after his fourth Masters title and followed years of back surgeries and personal struggles that had led many to believe his championship days were over. The triumph represented vindication of Woods' perseverance and proof that proper medical treatment and determined rehabilitation could restore careers that seemed finished. The week unfolded under challenging conditions at Augusta National, with firm greens and strategic pin positions testing every aspect of the players' games. Tiger Woods arrived at the 2019 Masters as a player who had rediscovered his form after years of physical struggles that had threatened to end his career. The spinal fusion surgery he underwent in 2017 had been a last resort procedure that could have left him unable to play competitive golf. Yet the surgery proved successful, and Woods gradually rebuilt his game and confidence through 2018. His victory at the Tour Championship the previous fall had announced that he could still compete with and defeat the world's best players, though questions remained about whether he could summon the focus and stamina necessary to win major championships after such a long drought. Throughout the week at Augusta, Woods demonstrated the kind of complete golf that had made him the game's dominant force during his prime years. His course knowledge and experience at Augusta National gave him advantages that younger players could not match, as he understood every subtle break in the greens and knew the ideal angles of approach for various pin positions. His ball striking was solid without being spectacular, but his ability to scramble effectively and hole crucial putts under pressure separated him from the field. The par fives proved important as always, with Woods reaching the reachable long holes in 2 strokes when possible and converting eagles and birdies that kept him in contention throughout the tournament. The final round provided drama as several players held or shared the lead through the closing holes. Francesco Molinari, the Italian who had won the Open Championship the previous year, led entering Sunday but struggled on the back nine with costly mistakes that opened the door for Woods and others. Brooks Koepka, the powerful American who had dominated recent U.S. Opens and PGA Championships, also contended throughout the final round. Dustin Johnson and Xander Schauffele mounted charges as well. The constantly shifting leaderboard created uncertainty about who would ultimately prevail, with Woods' experience and composure under pressure proving decisive when the tournament reached its critical moments. Woods' birdies at the 13th, 15th, and 16th holes gave him the lead he would not relinquish. His approach shot to the 16th, which found the green in excellent position and set up the crucial birdie, demonstrated his ability to execute quality shots when championships hung in the balance. His steady pars at the final 2 holes showcased championship composure, and when his final putt dropped at 18, the celebration began. The roar from the gallery echoed across Augusta National, and Woods' embrace with his children near the green provided one of sport's most emotional moments. The scene captured not just athletic achievement but also personal redemption and the restoration of a career that many had written off as finished. The tournament purse of $23 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Woods earning $2.07 million as champion. The field of 87 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par. The winning score of 13 under par reflected challenging conditions and showed that Augusta National could still defend itself when set up appropriately. Tony Finau tied for 5th after playing through a wrist injury, while Webb Simpson and Jason Day also finished in the top 10 with solid performances throughout the week. Tiger Woods' 5th Masters victory represented one of the most significant achievements in sports history, as he overcame physical challenges that would have ended most careers to reclaim his place atop professional golf. The triumph demonstrated remarkable resilience and determination, proving that proper medical treatment combined with unwavering commitment to rehabilitation could restore athletic capabilities that seemed permanently lost. The victory also validated Woods' decision to undergo the risky spinal fusion surgery and to persevere through the painful recovery process rather than accepting that his competitive days were over. His emotional celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at proving that he could still perform at the highest level. The 2019 Masters marked a cultural moment that transcended golf, as Woods' comeback captured the attention of sports fans worldwide who appreciated stories of redemption and perseverance. The victory demonstrated that setbacks and failures need not be permanent, that careers can be resurrected through proper treatment and determined effort, and that champions can reclaim past glories if they maintain their competitive fire and refuse to surrender to adversity. The triumph resonated particularly strongly because Woods had been so dominant during his prime that his fall from grace seemed especially dramatic, making his return to championship form all the more remarkable and inspiring. In the years following his 5th Masters victory, Woods would continue competing though physical challenges would limit his ability to maintain a full schedule. The green jacket confirmed that his place in golf history was secure regardless of what happened subsequently. For golf fans who had watched Woods dominate the sport during his prime, the victory provided satisfaction. Tiger Woods' 5th green jacket stands as testament to perseverance and determination. The 2020 Masters tournament belongs to Dustin Johnson, whose dominant performance produced a record-breaking score of 268, 20 under par, finishing 5 strokes ahead of Cameron Smith and Sung Jae Im. Johnson's total shattered the previous tournament scoring record by 2 strokes and represented the most dominant Masters victory in the modern era. The triumph was Johnson's 2nd major championship and 1st green jacket after years of strong performances at Augusta without claiming the title. The tournament unfolded in November rather than its traditional April date due to the global pandemic, creating unusual autumn conditions that produced softer greens and lower scores than typical spring setups. The unique circumstances and record-breaking score made this one of the most memorable Masters in the tournament's history. Dustin Johnson arrived at the 2020 Masters as one of professional golf's most talented players who had underachieved in major championships relative to his abilities. His prodigious length off the tee and solid ball striking had produced numerous PGA Tour victories and 1 US Open title, but Augusta National had repeatedly frustrated him despite his game seeming ideally suited to the course's demands. Throughout the week, Johnson demonstrated complete mastery of Augusta's layout, with his length allowing him to reach par fives with short irons and his improved putting enabling him to convert the numerous birdie opportunities his excellent ball striking created. His consistency from tee to green proved remarkable, as he hit fairways and greens in regulation at rates rarely seen at major championships. The tournament's November timing created conditions vastly different from traditional April Masters, with softer greens allowing players to attack pins more aggressively and hold approaches on putting surfaces more reliably. The autumn weather, while occasionally featuring rain delays, generally proved mild and allowed for excellent scoring conditions throughout the week. The soft greens negated some of Augusta National's traditional defenses and enabled talented ball strikers like Johnson to produce scores lower than the course typically permits. The unusual circumstances sparked debate about whether records set under these conditions should be weighted differently from those achieved during traditional spring tournaments, though ultimately the achievement would stand in the record books regardless of conditions. The final round provided little drama as Johnson controlled the tournament from start to finish, never appearing in danger of relinquishing his commanding lead. His bogey-free 68 on Sunday showcased patient, strategic golf that protected his advantage without taking unnecessary risks. Cameron Smith, the talented Australian, played excellent golf throughout the week and mounted the closest challenge to Johnson, but the deficit proved too large to overcome. Sung Jae Im also contended with solid play that earned him a share of second place. Justin Thomas finished fourth after strong play throughout the tournament. The lack of competitive drama on Sunday reflected Johnson's dominance rather than any failure by his competitors to mount challenges. Johnson's 20 under par total broke the previous tournament scoring record of 18 under par that had been shared by Tiger Woods and Jordan Spieth. The achievement demonstrated his complete mastery of Augusta National under the soft conditions, with his ability to reach par fives in 2 strokes and convert birdie opportunities separating him from the field. His length off the tee gave him approach shots from distances that other players could not match, and his improved putting allowed him to capitalize on those advantages. The bogey-free final round showcased his ability to avoid mistakes even when protecting a comfortable lead, demonstrating the kind of championship composure that separates major winners from talented players who cannot close out victories. The tournament purse of $23 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial success despite the challenging circumstances of pandemic-related restrictions, with Johnson earning $2.07 million as champion. The field of 96 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 under par, with the soft conditions allowing numerous players to post low scores throughout the week. Tiger Woods, the defending champion, finished tied for 38th after struggling with his game. Rory McIlroy tied for 5th as he continued pursuing the career Grand Slam that had eluded him at Augusta. The winning score significance was evident in the unprecedented 20 under par total that may stand as the tournament record for decades. Dustin Johnson's Masters victory confirmed his status as one of the game's elite players and demonstrated that his talent could produce major championship success when he brought complete golf. The triumph validated his perseverance through years of near misses. The record-breaking score showcased his ability to dominate when conditions suited his game. The 2020 Masters marked a unique moment in tournament history as the November scheduling created conditions unlike any previous Masters and produced scoring that challenged assumptions about what was possible at Augusta National. The soft greens and receptive conditions allowed players to attack pins aggressively, producing birdie opportunities that firm April greens would never permit. Johnson's ability to capitalize on those conditions more effectively than any competitor demonstrated his exceptional talent and his complete mastery of the course when the setup allowed aggressive play. The unusual circumstances ensured that this Masters would be remembered not just for Johnson's victory but also for the unique conditions under which it occurred. In the years following his Masters victory, Johnson would continue competing at the highest level and contending frequently in major championships. The record-breaking performance remained the defining achievement of his career. For golf fans, the November Masters provided entertainment during challenging times. Dustin Johnson's record-breaking Masters victory stands as testament to talent and consistency. The 2021 Masters tournament belongs to Hideki Matsuyama, the Japanese star who became his nation's first major championship winner with a score of 278, 10 under par, finishing one stroke ahead of Will Zalatoris. Matsuyama's victory represented a historic achievement for Asian golf and demonstrated Japan's emergence as a major force in professional golf. The triumph came after years of strong performances in major championships without breaking through, validating Matsuyama's perseverance and proving that his talent could produce victories at golf's most demanding venues. The week unfolded under traditional April conditions at Augusta National, with the course playing firm and fast and rewarding players who could combine power with precision and excellent course management. Hideki Matsuyama arrived at the 2021 Masters as one of professional golf's most talented players who had not yet won a major championship despite numerous opportunities. His powerful ball striking and consistent play had produced multiple PGA Tour victories and strong showings in majors. But the breakthrough victory had eluded him. Throughout the week at Augusta, Matsuyama demonstrated the complete game necessary to win major championships, with accurate driving positioning him in ideal spots and precise iron play finding greens consistently. His ability to score on the par fives proved crucial, as he reached the reachable long holes in 2 strokes and converted eagles and birdies that separated him from the field. The final round provided drama as Matsuyama built a comfortable lead through the front 9 before faltering late and nearly surrendering his advantage. His struggles began at the 15th hole where he found the water with his approach shot, leading to a bogey that reduced his lead. Another bogey at 16 cut the margin further, and when he found the bunker at 18, questions arose about whether he could hold on. His playing partner Xander Schauffele also struggled on the back 9, and Will Zalatoris, playing in the group ahead, mounted a charge that ultimately fell 1 stroke short. Matsuyama's ability to recover from the bunker at 18 and make bogey proved sufficient for victory, as Zalatoris could not birdie the final hole to force a playoff. Matsuyama's closing round 73 showcased grinding, determined golf under extreme pressure rather than spectacular shot-making. His ability to maintain composure despite the late struggles demonstrated championship character and mental toughness that separated him from talented players who might have collapsed completely under similar circumstances. When his final putt dropped at 18, securing the green jacket despite the bogey finish, the celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at having survived the closing holes. His emotional reaction captured the significance of becoming Japan's first major championship winner and the pressure he had felt representing his nation on golf's biggest stage. The tournament purse of $23 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial success, with Matsuyama earning $2.07 million as champion. The field of 88 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par, with traditional spring conditions producing a challenging test throughout the week. Jordan Spieth tied for 3rd in a strong performance that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at Augusta despite his collapse 5 years earlier. Justin Rose also tied for 3rd, continuing his pattern of strong Masters showings while still seeking a second major championship. The winning score of 10 under par reflected the firm, fast conditions and showed that Augusta National could still defend itself when set up appropriately. Hideki Matsuyama's Masters victory represented a breakthrough moment for Asian golf and demonstrated Japan's emergence as a major force in professional golf. His success validated the Japanese golf development system and inspired young players throughout Asia. The victory also confirmed Matsuyama's status as one of the game's elite players. The 2021 Masters marked an important moment in golf history as Matsuyama became the first male Japanese golfer to win a major championship, following in the footsteps of Japanese women who had achieved major success in their professional golf careers. His victory demonstrated golf's increasingly global character and showed that champions could emerge from any nation where the game was played seriously and development systems were strong. The triumph resonated particularly powerfully in Japan, where golf enjoys enormous popularity and where Matsuyama's achievement provided national pride and celebration. His composure under extreme pressure, maintaining focus despite the late struggles, showcased the mental discipline that characterizes Japanese athletic culture. Matsuyama's ability to survive the closing holes despite making bogeys at 15, 16, and 18 demonstrated that major championships can be won through determination and resilience as much as through perfect execution. His willingness to accept that bogeys were acceptable if they secured victory, rather than pressing aggressively and potentially making worse scores, showed championship maturity and strategic thinking. The victory proved that champions sometimes need to survive rather than dominate, that grinding out victories when circumstances become difficult separates major winners from talented players who cannot maintain composure when pressure mounts and momentum shifts against them. In the years following his Masters victory, Matsuyama would continue competing at the highest level and contending frequently in major championships. The breakthrough at Augusta remained the defining achievement of his career. For Japanese golf fans, Matsuyama's victory provided immense satisfaction. The triumph also highlighted the dedication that major championship success requires. Hideki Matsuyama's historic Masters victory stands as testament to perseverance and mental toughness. The 2022 Masters tournament belongs to Scottie Scheffler, the 25-year-old Texan who claimed his first major championship with a dominant wire-to-wire performance. Scheffler won with a score of 278, 10 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Rory McIlroy after a final round that showcased his ability to maintain composure under extreme pressure. The victory came during a remarkable stretch of form that saw Scheffler ascend to world number 1 and win 4 tournaments in 6 weeks leading up to Augusta. The triumph confirmed his status as golf's newest dominant force and demonstrated that his recent success represented sustained excellence rather than a temporary hot streak. The week unfolded under typical spring conditions at Augusta National, with firm greens and strategic pin positions testing every aspect of the players' games. Scottie Scheffler arrived at the 2022 Masters riding unprecedented momentum after capturing 3 PGA Tour victories in rapid succession and claiming the world number 1 ranking. His powerful ball striking and steady demeanor under pressure had transformed him from a promising young player into one of the game's premier competitors seemingly overnight. Throughout the week at Augusta, Scheffler demonstrated the complete game necessary to dominate at major championships, with accurate driving positioning him in ideal spots and precise iron play finding greens consistently. His putting, which had sometimes been inconsistent earlier in his career, proved solid throughout the week and allowed him to convert the numerous birdie opportunities his excellent ball striking created. The final round provided drama as Rory McIlroy mounted a charge in pursuit of the career Grand Slam that had eluded him at Augusta. McIlroy played exceptional golf throughout Sunday, posting a final round 64 that demonstrated his quality under pressure and his determination to finally claim the green jacket. But Scheffler responded to every challenge McIlroy presented, maintaining his composure and making crucial putts when necessary to protect his lead. His bogey at 18 created brief tension, but the 3-stroke margin proved sufficient for victory. Cameron Smith finished 3rd at 5 under par after contending throughout the week, while Shane Lowry tied for 4th in a solid performance. Scheffler's ability to maintain his lead wire-to-wire demonstrated championship composure rarely seen in first-time major winners, particularly those facing pressure from established champions like McIlroy. His steady play never allowed McIlroy to get close enough to apply maximum pressure, and his willingness to accept bogeys when necessary rather than forcing birdies and potentially making worse scores showed maturity beyond his years. When his final putt dropped at 18, securing the green jacket despite the closing bogey, the celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at having survived the intense pressure of leading a major championship from start to finish. The tournament purse of $25 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth, with Scheffler earning $2.7 million as champion, a record payout at the time. The field of 91 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with traditional spring conditions producing a challenging test throughout the week. Tiger Woods competed in his first Masters since his car accident, finishing 47th after struggling throughout the week but receiving enormous ovations from galleries appreciating his remarkable return to competition. Dustin Johnson tied for 12th as the defending champion, demonstrating solid play without quite reaching championship form. Scottie Scheffler's Masters victory confirmed his status as golf's newest star and validated the hot streak that had seen him dominate professional golf. The triumph demonstrated that his recent success represented genuine improvement rather than temporary good fortune. His wire-to-wire performance showcased consistency and steady play that characterized champions throughout golf history. The 2022 Masters also marked a significant moment in Rory McIlroy's ongoing pursuit of the career Grand Slam, as his final round 64 demonstrated that he could still compete at Augusta despite repeated disappointments. His charge on Sunday showcased the quality golf necessary to win at Augusta National, though Scheffler's steady play prevented McIlroy from completing the comeback. The Northern Irishman's continued pursuit of the green jacket remained one of golf's most compelling narratives, with each April bringing renewed hope that he might finally complete the career Grand Slam that would cement his legacy among the game's all-time greats. Scheffler's victory demonstrated the importance of entering major championships with confidence and positive momentum, as his recent tournament victories had provided belief in his abilities that carried over to Augusta National. His willingness to play aggressively when circumstances demanded it while also accepting conservative strategies when protecting leads showed strategic maturity that often takes years to develop. The combination of powerful ball striking, solid putting, and excellent course management proved ideal for conquering Augusta's unique challenges, and his ability to maintain focus through 4 demanding rounds under enormous pressure showcased mental toughness that separated major champions from talented players who cannot execute when everything is on the line. In the years following his first Masters victory, Scheffler would continue competing at the highest level and would return to Augusta to defend his title successfully, winning a second green jacket in 2024. But this first triumph remained special for its wire-to-wire nature. For golf fans, Scheffler's emergence provided excitement about the sport's future. Scottie Scheffler's breakthrough Masters victory stands as testament to consistency and mental toughness. The 2021 Masters tournament belongs to Hideki Matsuyama, the Japanese star who became his nation's first major championship winner with a score of 278. 10 under par, finishing 1 stroke ahead of Will Zalatoris. Matsuyama's victory represented a historic achievement for Asian golf and demonstrated Japan's emergence as a major force in professional golf. The triumph came after years of strong performances in major championships without breaking through, validating Matsuyama's perseverance and proving that his talent could produce victories at golf's most demanding venues. The week unfolded under traditional April conditions at Augusta National, with the course playing firm and fast and rewarding players who could combine power with precision and excellent course management. Hideki Matsuyama arrived at the 2021 Masters as one of professional golf's most talented players who had not yet won a major championship despite numerous opportunities. His powerful ball striking and consistent play had produced multiple PGA Tour victories and strong showings in majors, but the breakthrough victory had eluded him. Throughout the week at Augusta, Matsuyama demonstrated the complete game necessary to win major championships, with accurate driving positioning him in ideal spots and precise iron play finding greens consistently. His ability to score on the par fives proved crucial, as he reached the reachable long holes in 2 strokes and converted eagles and birdies that separated him from the field. The final round provided drama as Matsuyama built a comfortable lead through the front 9 before faltering late and nearly surrendering his advantage. His struggles began at the 15th hole, where he found the water with his approach shot, leading to a bogey that reduced his lead. Another bogey at 16 cut the margin further, and when he found the bunker at 18, questions arose about whether he could hold on. His playing partner Xander Schauffele also struggled on the back 9, and Will Zalatoris, playing in the group ahead, mounted a charge that ultimately fell 1 stroke short. Matsuyama's ability to recover from the bunker at 18 and make bogey proved sufficient for victory, as Zalatoris could not birdie the final hole to force a playoff. Matsuyama's closing round 73 showcased grinding, determined golf under extreme pressure rather than spectacular shot making. His ability to maintain composure despite the late struggles demonstrated championship character and mental toughness that separated him from talented players who might have collapsed completely under similar circumstances. When his final putt dropped at 18, securing the green jacket despite the bogey finish, the celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at having survived the closing holes. His emotional reaction captured the significance of becoming Japan's first major championship winner and the pressure he had felt representing his nation on golf's biggest stage. The tournament purse of $23 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial success, with Matsuyama earning $2.07 million as champion. The field of 88 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par, with traditional spring conditions producing a challenging test throughout the week. Jordan Spieth tied for 3rd in a strong performance that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at Augusta despite his collapse 5 years earlier. Justin Rose also tied for 3rd, continuing his pattern of strong Masters showings while still seeking a second major championship. The winning score of 10 under par reflected the firm, fast conditions and showed that Augusta National could still defend itself when set up appropriately. Hideki Matsuyama's Masters victory represented a breakthrough moment for Asian golf and demonstrated Japan's emergence as a major force in professional golf. His success validated the Japanese golf development system and inspired young players throughout Asia. The victory also confirmed Matsuyama's status as one of the game's elite players. The 2021 Masters marked an important moment in golf history as Matsuyama became the first male Japanese golfer to win a major championship, following in the footsteps of Japanese women who had achieved major success in their professional golf careers. His victory demonstrated golf's increasingly global character and showed that champions could emerge from any nation where the game was played seriously and development systems were strong. The triumph resonated particularly powerfully in Japan, where golf enjoys enormous popularity and where Matsuyama's achievement provided national pride and celebration. His composure under extreme pressure, maintaining focus despite the late struggles, showcased the mental discipline that characterizes Japanese athletic culture. Matsuyama's ability to survive the closing holes despite making bogeys at 15, 16, and 18 demonstrated that major championships can be won through determination and resilience as much as through perfect execution. His willingness to accept that bogeys were acceptable if they secured victory, rather than pressing aggressively and potentially making worse scores, showed championship maturity and strategic thinking. The victory proved that champions sometimes need to survive rather than dominate, that grinding out victories when circumstances become difficult separates major winners from talented players who cannot maintain composure when pressure mounts and momentum shifts against them. In the years following his Masters victory, Matsuyama would continue competing at the highest level and contending frequently in major championships. The breakthrough at Augusta remained the defining achievement of his career. For Japanese golf fans, Matsuyama's victory provided immense satisfaction. The triumph also highlighted the dedication that major championship success requires. Hideki Matsuyama's historic Masters victory stands as testament to perseverance and mental toughness. The 2022 Masters tournament belongs to Scottie Scheffler, the 25-year-old Texan who claimed his first major championship with a dominant wire-to-wire performance. Scheffler won with a score of 278, 10 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Rory McIlroy after a final round that showcased his ability to maintain composure under extreme pressure. The victory came during a remarkable stretch of form that saw Scheffler ascend to world number 1 and win 4 tournaments in 6 weeks leading up to Augusta. The triumph confirmed his status as golf's newest dominant force and demonstrated that his recent success represented sustained excellence rather than a temporary hot streak. The week unfolded under typical spring conditions at Augusta National, with firm greens and strategic pin positions testing every aspect of the player's games. Scottie Scheffler arrived at the 2022 Masters riding unprecedented momentum after capturing 3 PGA Tour victories in rapid succession and claiming the world number 1 ranking. His powerful ball striking and steady demeanor under pressure had transformed him from a promising young player into one of the game's premier competitors seemingly overnight. Throughout the week at Augusta, Scheffler demonstrated the complete game necessary to dominate at major championships, with accurate driving positioning him in ideal spots and precise iron play finding greens consistently. His putting, which had sometimes been inconsistent earlier in his career, proved solid throughout the week and allowed him to convert the numerous birdie opportunities his excellent ball striking created. The final round provided drama as Rory McIlroy mounted a charge in pursuit of the career Grand Slam that had eluded him at Augusta. McIlroy played exceptional golf throughout Sunday, posting a final round 64 that demonstrated his quality under pressure and his determination to finally claim the green jacket. But Scheffler responded to every challenge McIlroy presented, maintaining his composure and making crucial putts when necessary to protect his lead. His bogey at 18 created brief tension, but the 3-stroke margin proved sufficient for victory. Cameron Smith finished 3rd at 5 under par after contending throughout the week, while Shane Lowry tied for 4th in a solid performance. Scheffler's ability to maintain his lead wire-to-wire demonstrated championship composure rarely seen in first-time major winners, particularly those facing pressure from established champions like McIlroy. His steady play never allowed McIlroy to get close enough to apply maximum pressure, and his willingness to accept bogeys when necessary rather than forcing birdies and potentially making worse scores showed maturity beyond his years. When his final putt dropped at 18, securing the green jacket despite the closing bogey, the celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at having survived the intense pressure of leading a major championship from start to finish. The tournament purse of $25 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth, with Scheffler earning $2.7 million as champion, a record payout at the time. The field of 91 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with traditional spring conditions producing a challenging test throughout the week. Tiger Woods competed in his first Masters since his car accident, finishing 47th after struggling throughout the week but receiving enormous ovations from galleries appreciating his remarkable return to competition. Dustin Johnson tied for 12th as the defending champion, demonstrating solid play without quite reaching championship form. Scottie Scheffler's Masters victory confirmed his status as golf's newest star and validated the hot streak that had seen him dominate professional golf. The triumph demonstrated that his recent success represented genuine improvement rather than temporary good fortune. His wire-to-wire performance showcased consistency and steady play that characterized champions throughout golf history. The 2022 Masters also marked a significant moment in Rory McIlroy's ongoing pursuit of the career Grand Slam, as his final round 64 demonstrated that he could still compete at Augusta despite repeated disappointments. His charge on Sunday showcased the quality golf necessary to win at Augusta National, though Scheffler's steady play prevented McIlroy from completing the comeback. The Northern Irishman's continued pursuit of the green jacket remained one of golf's most compelling narratives, with each April bringing renewed hope that he might finally complete the career Grand Slam that would cement his legacy among the game's all-time greats. Scheffler's victory demonstrated the importance of entering major championships with confidence and positive momentum, as his recent tournament victories had provided belief in his abilities that carried over to Augusta National. His willingness to play aggressively when circumstances demanded it while also accepting conservative strategies when protecting leads showed strategic maturity that often takes years to develop. The combination of powerful ball striking, solid putting, and excellent course management proved ideal for conquering Augusta's unique challenges, and his ability to maintain focus through 4 demanding rounds under enormous pressure showcased mental toughness that separated major champions from talented players who cannot execute when everything is on the line. In the years following his first Masters victory, Scheffler would continue competing at the highest level and would return to Augusta to defend his title successfully, winning a second green jacket in 2024. But this first triumph remained special for its wire-to-wire nature. For golf fans, Scheffler's emergence provided excitement about the sport's future. Scottie Scheffler's breakthrough Masters victory stands as testament to consistency and mental toughness. The 2023 Masters tournament delivered a green jacket to Jon Rahm, the Spanish star who claimed his second major championship with a score of 276. 12 under par, finishing 4 strokes ahead of Phil Mickelson and Brooks Koepka. Rahm's victory came through dominant play that never allowed competitors to seriously threaten his lead over the final round. The triumph confirmed his status as one of the game's elite players and continued Spain's tradition of producing major championship winners at Augusta National. The week unfolded under typical spring conditions, with firm greens and strategic pin positions creating the kind of challenging test that rewards complete games and penalizes mistakes. Jon Rahm arrived at the 2023 Masters as the world #1 and one of professional golf's most consistent performers. His powerful ball striking and fiery competitive temperament had produced numerous victories worldwide and a US Open title in 2021. Throughout the week at Augusta, Rahm demonstrated the complete mastery of the course that suggested he would contend frequently for green jackets throughout his career. His length off the tee allowed him to reach par 5s in 2 strokes, while his precise iron play found greens consistently and positioned approach shots close to pins. His putting proved solid throughout the week, allowing him to convert the numerous birdie opportunities his excellent ball striking created. The final round provided little drama as Rahm controlled the tournament from start to finish, never appearing in danger of relinquishing his lead. Phil Mickelson, competing in his first Masters since joining LIV Golf, played excellent golf throughout Sunday and posted a score that would have won most tournaments. Brooks Koepka also contended with solid play that earned him a share of second place. But Rahm's steady performance never allowed either player to get close enough to apply real pressure. His closing round 69 showcased patient, strategic golf that protected his advantage without taking unnecessary risks. The 4-stroke victory margin reflected his dominance throughout the week. Rahm's ability to maintain composure and execute quality shots under pressure demonstrated championship character that had been evident throughout his career. His emotional celebration after holing the final putt reflected both joy at winning his first Masters and satisfaction at joining fellow Spaniards Seve Ballesteros, Jose Maria Olazabal, and Sergio Garcia in the exclusive club of Spanish Masters champions. The victory held special significance given Spain's rich tradition at Augusta National, and Rahm spoke emotionally about honoring those who had come before him. His tribute to Ballesteros in particular resonated with Spanish golf fans who remembered the legendary champion's impact on the game. The tournament purse of $27 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth, with Rahm earning $3.24 million as champion, a record payout. The field of 89 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par. Scottie Scheffler, the defending champion, tied for 10th after failing to successfully defend his title. Jordan Spieth tied for 4th, continuing his pattern of strong performances at Augusta without adding to his single green jacket. The winning score of 12 under par reflected challenging conditions throughout the week and showed that Augusta National could still defend itself when set up appropriately with firm greens and strategic pin positions. Jon Rahm's Masters victory confirmed his status as one of golf's elite players and demonstrated that his U.S. Open title 2 years earlier was the beginning of sustained major championship success rather than an isolated triumph. The green jacket proved that he could dominate at different venues with varying demands, showing versatility and complete skills necessary to win majors on diverse courses. His fiery competitive temperament, which sometimes manifested in visible frustration during rounds, channeled productively during the week as he maintained focus and avoided the kind of emotional outbursts that can derail momentum. The victory validated his approach to the game and proved that passion and intensity could coexist with the composure necessary to win major championships. The 2023 Masters also highlighted the ongoing impact of LIV golf on professional golf, as several LIV players competed at Augusta and performed well despite questions about whether competing primarily in limited field events would diminish their abilities in traditional tournaments. Phil Mickelson's runner-up finish demonstrated that LIV players could still compete at the highest level in major championships, though the ongoing division in professional golf continued creating uncertainty about the sport's future. Brooks Koepka's strong performance also validated LIV players' abilities to perform when returning to compete in majors against the world's best players. Rahm's victory continued Spain's remarkable tradition at Augusta National, as the nation had now produced 4 different Masters champions across multiple generations. The success demonstrated the strength of Spanish golf development and the quality of players the country consistently produced. For Spanish golf fans, Rahm's triumph provided immense satisfaction and confirmed that their nation remained a major force in professional golf despite the challenges facing European golf more broadly. The victory also inspired young Spanish players who could see that major championship success remained achievable through dedication and proper development. In the years following his Masters victory, Rahm would continue competing at the highest level and would make the controversial decision to join LIV Golf. The green jacket remained a defining achievement of his career. For golf fans who appreciated powerful play, Rahm's style provided entertainment. Jon Rahm's Masters victory stands as testament to power and consistency. The 2024 Masters tournament delivered a second green jacket to Scottie Scheffler, who dominated the field with a score of 275, 11 under par, finishing 4 strokes ahead of Ludvig Aberg. Scheffler's victory came just 2 years after his first Masters triumph and confirmed his status as golf's dominant player during this era. The win represented his 3rd victory in 4 starts heading into Augusta and demonstrated sustained excellence rarely seen in professional golf. The week unfolded under typical spring conditions at Augusta National, with firm greens and strategic pin positions creating the kind of demanding test that rewards complete games and mental toughness. Scottie Scheffler arrived at the 2024 Masters as the clear favorite, having won multiple tournaments in the preceding weeks and ascending to a level of dominance reminiscent of Tiger Woods during his prime. His ball striking had reached exceptional levels, with driving accuracy and iron play that positioned him in ideal spots throughout rounds. Throughout the week at Augusta, Scheffler demonstrated the kind of complete control that characterized his recent play, with steady excellence across all aspects of the game rather than relying on any single strength. His ability to score on the par fives proved crucial, while his scrambling when approach shots occasionally missed greens demonstrated well-rounded skills. The final round provided moderate drama as Ludvig Åberg, the talented Swedish rookie making an impressive Masters debut, applied pressure with excellent play throughout Sunday. Åberg's performance showcased remarkable poise for someone competing in his first Masters, suggesting that future green jackets might be in his future if he continued developing his game. But Scheffler responded to every challenge with steady golf that never allowed Åberg to get close enough to make the outcome uncertain. His closing round 68 showcased the kind of patient, strategic golf that wins major championships, making birdies when opportunities presented themselves while avoiding costly mistakes that could have opened the door for competitors. Max Homa finished third at 6 under par after solid play throughout the week, while Colin Morikawa tied for fourth, continuing his pattern of strong major championship performances. Tiger Woods competed but struggled throughout the week, finishing at the bottom of those who made the cut as his physical challenges continued limiting his ability to compete at the highest level. Phil Mickelson also competed but failed to contend, extending his pattern of inconsistent performances following his move to LIV Golf. The field's inability to seriously challenge Scheffler reflected his dominance and the gap between his current form and that of his competitors. The tournament purse of $30 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth, with Scheffler earning $3.6 million as champion, setting another record payout. The field of 89 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 6 over par. The winning score of 11 under par reflected challenging conditions throughout the week, demonstrating that Augusta National could still defend itself when set up appropriately despite modern equipment and athletic improvements. Jon Rahm, the defending champion, finished tied for 17th after failing to successfully defend his title, joining the long list of champions who could not repeat their Masters success in consecutive years. Scottie Scheffler's second Masters victory in 3 years confirmed his status as golf's dominant player and suggested that he might be entering a period of sustained excellence similar to what Tiger Woods achieved during his prime. The triumph demonstrated that his first green jacket was no fluke and that he possessed the complete game and mental toughness necessary to win major championships repeatedly when bringing quality golf to Augusta National. His wire-to-wire victory 2 years earlier had showcased his ability to lead from the front, while this victory demonstrated his capacity to overcome challenges and maintain composure when others applied pressure. The combination of these skills suggested that additional green jackets would likely follow if he maintained his current level of play. The 2024 Masters marked an important moment in modern golf as Scheffler's dominance began drawing comparisons to historical greats who had dominated their eras. His ability to win multiple tournaments in succession and to perform consistently at major championships separated him from talented contemporaries who might win occasionally but could not sustain excellence over extended periods. The victory also highlighted the importance of peak performance coinciding with major championship schedules, as Scheffler's ability to bring his best golf to Augusta demonstrated professional preparation and mental discipline that only the greatest champions possess. His success validated his training methods and approach to tournament preparation. Ludvig Åberg's strong showing in his Masters debut provided one of the tournament's most compelling storylines, as the young Swede demonstrated poise and skill that suggested he would contend frequently at Augusta in future years. His runner-up finish, while ultimately unsuccessful, showcased the quality golf necessary to compete for green jackets and provided valuable experience that would serve him well in subsequent major championships. The emergence of talented young players like Åberg ensured that professional golf would remain highly competitive even as Scheffler dominated, creating uncertainty about whether his current excellence could continue indefinitely or whether new champions would emerge to challenge his supremacy. In the years following his second Masters victory, Scheffler would continue competing at the highest level and pursuing additional major championships to cement his legacy. The two green jackets confirmed his place among Augusta's most successful modern champions. For golf fans who appreciated consistent excellence, Scheffler's approach provided a model. Scottie Scheffler's second Masters victory stands as testament to sustained excellence and mental toughness. The 2025 Masters tournament marked another chapter in Augusta National's storied history, as the world's best golfers gathered in April to compete for golf's most prestigious prize. The tournament unfolded under the typical spring conditions that have characterized the Masters throughout its history, with azaleas blooming and the course presenting its unique combination of strategic challenges and natural beauty. The week tested every aspect of the competitors' games, from driving accuracy to iron play precision to putting touch on the treacherous greens that have humbled champions for generations. The competition demonstrated once again why the Masters remains golf's most celebrated championship and Augusta National its most revered venue. The field assembled for the 2025 Masters represented the global nature of modern professional golf, with players from across the world competing for the green jacket. The tournament featured defending champions, rising young stars, and established veterans, all seeking to etch their names in golf history by conquering Augusta National's demands. Throughout the week, the course played to its strategic strengths, rewarding players who could combine power with precision and punishing those who made mental or physical errors. The par fives presented scoring opportunities for those who could reach them in 2 strokes, while the par threes tested nerves with their demanding carries over water and bunkers to small sloping greens. The tournament's competitive nature reflected the depth of talent in professional golf during this era, with multiple players demonstrating the quality necessary to contend at major championships. The firm, fast greens characteristic of Masters conditions demanded exceptional touch and creativity around the putting surfaces, while strategic pin positions throughout the week tested decision-making and course management skills. Players who could navigate Amen Corner without disaster and capitalize on scoring opportunities at the par fives positioned themselves favorably, while those who succumbed to Augusta's challenges found their hopes of victory slipping away with each costly mistake. The final round provided the kind of drama and tension that has always characterized Sunday at the Masters, as contenders battled for position over the closing holes. The back 9 proved decisive as always, with the tournament's outcome determined by who could execute quality shots under extreme pressure and who would falter when everything was on the line. The roars from the gallery echoing across Augusta National signaled crucial putts made and opportunities seized, while groans marked disappointments and near misses. The champion who ultimately prevailed demonstrated the complete game and mental toughness necessary to win at golf's most demanding venue. The tournament purse reflected the Masters' continued commercial success and its status as one of professional golf's premier events. The field was reduced to the low scorers and ties after the 36-hole cut, with only the most skilled and mentally tough competitors surviving to compete over the weekend. The winning score reflected the conditions and setup throughout the week, demonstrating Augusta National's ability to defend itself appropriately against modern equipment and athletic improvements while still allowing quality golf to produce competitive scoring. The champion earned not just financial rewards but also the prestige and honor that comes with joining the exclusive club of Masters winners. The 2025 Masters continued the tournament's tradition of producing memorable moments and compelling narratives that define championship golf. Whether through spectacular shot-making, grinding determination, or clutch performance under pressure, the winner demonstrated qualities that have always characterized Masters champions throughout the tournament's history. The green jacket ceremony that followed the final round celebrated not just individual achievement but also the continuation of traditions that have made the Masters golf's most iconic championship. For the champion, the victory represented the culmination of years of dedication and the realization of dreams that began in childhood. The tournament's significance extended beyond the competitive aspects, as the Masters has always represented more than just a golf championship. The event's commitment to excellence, its respect for tradition while embracing necessary evolution, and its role in bringing together the global golf community made it a cultural phenomenon that transcends sport. The azaleas and dogwoods that provide the backdrop for the competition symbolize renewal and growth, themes that resonate each April when the world's best golfers gather to test themselves against Augusta National's timeless challenges. The tradition of champions helping their successors into green jackets demonstrates the tournament's emphasis on sportsmanship and respect. The winner's journey to the green jacket, whatever form it took, provided inspiration for golfers worldwide who dream of one day competing at Augusta National. Whether the champion was a first-time major winner experiencing the breakthrough that changes careers or an established star adding to an already impressive resume, the victory demonstrated that major championships reward those who can bring complete games and maintain composure when pressure mounts. The triumph confirmed once again that the Masters remains golf's ultimate test, a venue where champions are made and legacies are defined through 4 demanding rounds of championship golf. In the years to come, the 2025 Masters will be remembered as another installment in the tournament's rich history, a week when the world's best golfers gathered to compete for golf's most prestigious prize. The champion joined the exclusive fraternity of Masters winners, ensuring a lifetime of return visits to Augusta National. For fans who witnessed the competition, the memories created during those 4 days in April will endure. The 2025 Masters stands as testament to the enduring appeal of championship golf and the timeless challenge that Augusta National presents. The 1998 Masters tournament delivered a green jacket to Mark O'Meara, who at 41 years old claimed his first major championship in a performance that showcased patience, perseverance, and the kind of clutch play that defines champions. O'Meara won with a score of 279, 9 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Fred Couples and David Duval after a final round that featured a crucial eagle at the 15th hole and steady play down the stretch. The victory came after a career spent competing at the highest level without quite breaking through in major championships, proving that persistence and continued excellence eventually produce rewards. The week unfolded under challenging conditions at Augusta National, with firm greens and steady winds testing every aspect of the players' games and ensuring that only complete performances would contend for victory. Mark O'Meara arrived at the 1998 Masters as a well-respected player with multiple PGA Tour victories but no major championship success despite decades of trying. His friendship with Tiger Woods, who lived near O'Meara in Florida and practiced frequently with him, had been credited with helping rejuvenate O'Meara's game and instilling new confidence in his ability to win at the highest level. Throughout the week, O'Meara's ball striking was solid without being spectacular, but his short game and putting proved exceptional, allowing him to scramble effectively and convert crucial birdie opportunities when they presented themselves. His experience and calm demeanor under pressure gave him advantages over younger players who might possess superior physical skills but lacked the mental toughness that only years of competition can develop. The final round provided the kind of drama that Augusta National reliably produces when major championships hang in the balance. O'Meara entered Sunday trailing the leaders but within striking distance, positioned to make a run if he could produce quality golf, and others faltered. Fred Couples, the 1992 champion, played excellent golf throughout the day and mounted a serious challenge that ultimately fell short. David Duval, one of the game's rising stars, also contended throughout the final round but could not quite overtake O'Meara. The pivotal moment came at the par 5 15th hole, where O'Meara struck a magnificent approach shot that found the green and set up an eagle opportunity that he converted with authority. The eagle gave him breathing room and shifted momentum decisively in his direction. O'Meara's steady play over the closing holes demonstrated the kind of championship composure that had been lacking earlier in his career. He birdied the 16th hole to extend his lead, and when he parred the difficult 17th and 18th holes, the green jacket was his. The victory was particularly sweet for O'Meara given the long wait and the numerous close calls he had experienced in major championships. His final round 67 showcased aggressive, confident golf rather than the tentative play that often characterizes players protecting leads. When his par putt at 18 found the center of the cup, O'Meara's celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at finally breaking through after years of trying. The tournament purse of $4 million reflected the Masters' continued growth as a premier sporting event, with O'Meara earning $520,000 as champion. The field of 90 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par, with firm, fast conditions throughout the week testing the field's ability to control trajectory and spin. Tiger Woods, the defending champion, tied for 8th as he sought to become the first player since Jack Nicklaus to win consecutive Masters. Phil Mickelson tied for 6th, continuing his pattern of strong performances at Augusta while still seeking his first major championship breakthrough. David Duval's third-place finish confirmed his status as one of the game's premier players during this period. Mark O'Meara's Masters victory confirmed that major championships need not be won only by young players in their physical prime, that experience and mental toughness can overcome any marginal decline in physical skills. His methodical approach and excellent short game proved perfectly suited to Augusta's demands, where scrambling ability and clutch putting often matter more than pure ball striking. The victory validated O'Meara's decision to continue competing despite disappointments throughout his career. The 1998 Masters represented a brief return to normalcy after Tiger Woods' dominant performance the previous year had prompted speculation about whether anyone else would win at Augusta during Woods' prime years. O'Meara's victory demonstrated that championship golf remained highly competitive and that players who could manage their games intelligently could still prevail even in an era increasingly defined by Woods' excellence. Mark O'Meara's friendship with Tiger Woods added an interesting dimension to his Masters victory, as Woods had been genuinely supportive and had celebrated enthusiastically when the victory was secured. In the years following his Masters triumph, O'Meara would win a second major championship at the Open Championship later in 1998, confirming that his Augusta victory was no fluke. But the green jacket remained particularly special given the long wait and the numerous disappointments that had preceded it. For Augusta, the 1998 Masters demonstrated that the tournament could produce compelling narratives and worthy champions even in an era increasingly dominated by one transcendent player. O'Meara's victory proved that experience, patience, and clutch play under pressure could still prevail, and that the green jacket would continue going to players who could master the course's unique demands regardless of age. Mark O'Meara's first Masters victory at 41 years old stands as an inspiring story of perseverance rewarded. The 1999 Masters tournament delivered a second green jacket to Jose Maria Olazabal, whose emotional victory represented one of golf's most inspiring comeback stories. Olazabal won with a score of 280, 8 under par, finishing 2 strokes ahead of Davis Love III after a final round that showcased his exceptional short game and mental toughness. The victory came just 5 years after debilitating foot problems caused by rheumatoid arthritis had threatened to end his career, making the triumph particularly meaningful and demonstrating that determination and proper medical treatment can overcome even the most serious physical challenges. The week unfolded under challenging conditions at Augusta National, with firm greens and steady winds testing the field throughout all 4 rounds. Jose Maria Olazabal arrived at the 1999 Masters having battled through years of painful rehabilitation. The rheumatoid arthritis in his feet had become so severe in the mid-1990s that he could barely walk. Medical treatments and a custom orthotic regimen eventually allowed him to return to competition. His first Masters victory in 1994 seemed like ancient history given everything he had endured since then, and many observers wondered whether that would be his only major championship. Throughout the week, Olazabal's short game proved to be the difference, with his ability to get up and down from difficult positions around Augusta's treacherous greens saving par repeatedly and allowing him to remain in contention. His ball striking was solid without being spectacular, but his wedge work and putting under pressure separated him from the field and demonstrated why Augusta National so often rewards players with exceptional touch and feel. The par fives proved particularly important for Olazabal, as he repeatedly reached the reachable long holes in 2 strokes and converted eagles and birdies that kept him near the top of the leaderboard throughout the tournament. The final round featured a memorable duel between Olazabal and Davis Love III, with both players posting quality scores under pressure. Greg Norman, still seeking his first Masters victory after numerous heartbreaking near misses, contended through the middle of his final round before faltering late. Norman's bogey at the 12th hole, where his tee shot found the water fronting the green, marked yet another disappointment at the venue that had caused him so much anguish over the years. The bogey dropped him out of contention and allowed Olazabal and Love to battle for the championship over the closing holes. Olazabal birdied the 16th hole with a beautiful approach shot and clutch putt, giving him the cushion he needed to play the final 2 holes conservatively. Love mounted a spirited challenge with excellent play throughout the final round, but his birdie attempt at the 18th hole that would have forced a playoff slid past, and Olazabal's par secured the victory. The emotional celebration that followed reflected both the joy of winning and the relief of overcoming the physical problems that had threatened to end his career. Olazabal's tears on the 18th green captured the human dimension of athletic achievement, demonstrating that sport at its best can produce moments that transcend mere competition and speak to deeper themes of perseverance, courage, and triumph over adversity. His victory speech referenced the long journey back from injury and expressed gratitude to the medical professionals who had helped him return to competitive golf. The tournament purse of $4.45 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Olazabal earning $648,000 as champion. The field of 87 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with challenging conditions ensuring that only complete performances could contend. Tiger Woods tied for 18th after failing to defend his 1997 title successfully, though his presence in the field continued to generate enormous interest and attention. Phil Mickelson tied for 5th in another strong Masters showing that left him still seeking his first major championship. Davis Love III's runner-up finish added to his growing collection of close calls in major championships, though he would eventually break through with a PGA Championship victory in 1997. Jose Maria Olazabal's second Masters victory confirmed his status as one of the game's elite champions and validated his decision to persevere through painful rehabilitation rather than retire. The victory demonstrated that Augusta rewards players who can combine creative shot-making with exceptional short games. His ability to manufacture shots around the greens and hole crucial putts under pressure separated him from competitors who might possess superior ball striking but lacked the touch necessary to master Augusta's complexities. The 1999 Masters also represented another chapter in Greg Norman's painful history at Augusta, as the Australian's near miss added to his collection of disappointments. Norman's bogey at 12 echoed his triple bogey at the same hole during his collapse in 1996, reinforcing the cruel narrative that Augusta had become a place of heartbreak for one of the game's greatest players. For Olazabal, the victory represented the pinnacle of an inspiring comeback story that resonated with golf fans worldwide and demonstrated that physical setbacks need not end careers if proper treatment is pursued. In the years following his second Masters victory, Olazabal would continue to compete at a high level and represent Europe in numerous Ryder Cup competitions. But the 2 green jackets remained the defining achievements of his playing career. For the tournament, Olazabal's victory reinforced themes about the importance of short game excellence and mental toughness that have characterized Masters champions throughout the event's history. Jose Maria Olazabal's second green jacket, earned after overcoming career-threatening injuries, stands as one of the Masters' most inspiring victories. The 2000 Masters tournament belongs to Vijay Singh, the powerful Fijian whose victory represented the culmination of years of hard work and dedication to continuous improvement. Singh won with a score of 278, 10 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Ernie Els after a final round that showcased his length off the tee and solid iron play. The victory was Singh's first Masters title and his second major championship overall, confirming his status as one of the game's elite players at the turn of the millennium. The week unfolded under rain-softened conditions that allowed for aggressive scoring, with the course playing longer but more receptive than typical firm, fast Augusta setups. Singh's length proved particularly advantageous given the wet conditions, as he could reach par 5s in 2 strokes despite the added yardage. Vijay Singh arrived at the 2000 Masters as a player whose work ethic and dedication to practice had become legendary throughout professional golf. His tireless pursuit of improvement, often spending hours on the range perfecting his swing and testing different techniques, had transformed him from a journeyman professional into one of the world's best players. Throughout the week, Singh's ball striking was exemplary, with his powerful, repeatable swing producing consistent distance and accuracy. His length off the tee gave him significant advantages on Augusta's par 5s, where he repeatedly reached greens in 2 strokes and converted eagles and birdies that separated him from the field. The wet conditions that might have neutralized his length advantage actually enhanced it, as softer fairways reduced roll but also made the course play longer for everyone. The final round provided drama as Ernie Els, the talented South African who had already won 2 US Open titles, mounted a serious challenge with excellent play throughout the day. Els shot a final round 68 that demonstrated his quality under pressure, but Singh's steady performance never allowed the South African to seize control. Singh's ability to maintain his composure and continue playing aggressively even when Els pressed him demonstrated the mental toughness that separates major champions from talented players who wilt under pressure. His birdies at the 13th, 14th, and 15th holes on Sunday effectively sealed the victory and removed any remaining doubt about who would wear the green jacket. Els' runner-up finish, while disappointing, confirmed his status as one of the game's premier players and suggested that he would contend at Augusta frequently in future years. His smooth, powerful swing seemed perfectly suited to the course's demands, and his ability to score well under pressure indicated that future green jackets might be in his future. David Duval tied for 5th in a solid performance that continued his pattern of strong major championship showings, while Phil Mickelson tied for 19th, still seeking his breakthrough major championship victory. Tiger Woods tied for 5th as he prepared for what would become known as the Tiger Slam, his historic run of holding all 4 major championship titles simultaneously. The tournament purse of $5 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth at the turn of the millennium, with Singh earning $828,000 as champion. The field of 81 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 3 over par, with rain-softened conditions early in the week allowing for lower scoring than typical firm, fast Augusta setups. The wet weather required course maintenance crews to work diligently to keep the greens receptive while maintaining their characteristic speed, a delicate balance that Augusta National managed successfully throughout the week. The softer conditions favored players who could generate significant clubhead speed and compress the ball effectively, advantages that Singh possessed in abundance. Vijay Singh's Masters victory confirmed that his US Open title in 2000 was no fluke and that he belonged among golf's elite champions. The win also represented a significant achievement for Fiji and for golf in the Pacific region, as Singh became the first player from his nation to win at Augusta. His success demonstrated that golf's global reach continued to expand. Singh's work ethic and dedication to improvement provided a model for aspiring players worldwide. The 2000 Masters also marked an important moment in the tournament's evolution, as Singh's victory demonstrated that power golf had become essential for success at Augusta even in soft conditions. His ability to overpower the course and reach par fives in 2 strokes gave him scoring opportunities that shorter hitters simply could not match. This trend would continue and accelerate in subsequent years, prompting Augusta to lengthen the course repeatedly. Vijay Singh's methodical, grinding approach to golf stood in contrast to more charismatic players who generated headlines through personality. His focus on his craft demonstrated that major championships could be won through dedication to improvement. In the years following his Masters victory, Singh would continue to compete at the highest level, eventually winning a PGA championship and ascending to the world #1 ranking. But the green jacket remained a special achievement given Augusta's iconic status. For Fiji, Singh's success provided a source of national pride. The victory also highlighted golf's increasing globalization, with champions emerging from Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. The 2000 Masters reinforced truths about championship golf that have remained constant. Success at major championships requires complete games, as Singh demonstrated through his combination of power, accuracy, and solid putting. For Vijay Singh, the green jacket represented validation of his work ethic and proof that dedication can transform good players into champions. The 2001 Masters tournament belongs to Tiger Woods, whose second green jacket completed what became known as the Tiger Slam, an unprecedented achievement of holding all 4 major championship titles simultaneously. Woods won with a score of 272, 16 under par, finishing 2 strokes ahead of David Duval after a final round that showcased his ability to perform under intense pressure. The victory meant that Woods held the US Open, Open Championship, and PGA Championship trophies from 2000 along with the 2001 Masters title, making him the first player since Bobby Jones in 1930 to hold all 4 major championships at once, though not in the same calendar year. The week unfolded under ideal conditions at Augusta National, with the course playing firm and fast, yet Woods made the layout look manageable through a combination of power, precision, and clutch putting. Tiger Woods arrived at the 2001 Masters riding unprecedented momentum after winning 3 consecutive major championships in 2000. His victory at the US Open at Pebble Beach by 15 strokes, followed by triumphs at the Open Championship at St. Andrews and the PGA Championship at Valhalla, had established him as the game's completely dominant force. The question heading into Augusta was whether Woods could complete the sweep of all 4 majors, an achievement that no player had accomplished in the modern era. Throughout the week, Woods demonstrated the complete game that had made him virtually unbeatable, with his length off the tee giving him short irons into greens while competitors struggled with longer clubs from similar positions. The final round provided the kind of pressure-packed drama that major championships at Augusta reliably produce. Woods entered Sunday with a 1-stroke lead over Phil Mickelson and David Duval, setting up a showdown between 3 of the game's premier players. Duval, who had won his first major championship at the Open Championship the previous year, played excellent golf throughout the final round and posted a score that would have won most Masters. But Woods responded to every challenge Duval presented, making clutch putts when necessary and avoiding the kind of mistakes that can derail major championship pursuits. His birdie at the 14th hole gave him breathing room, and when he parred the difficult closing holes, the green jacket and the Tiger Slam were his. David Duval's runner-up finish at 274 demonstrated his quality under pressure, but Woods proved simply too good on this particular week. Phil Mickelson finished tied for 3rd, continuing his pattern of strong performances at Augusta while still seeking his first major championship breakthrough. The victory margin of 2 strokes understated Woods' dominance, as he controlled the tournament throughout and never appeared in danger of relinquishing his lead. His final round 68 showcased patient, strategic golf rather than spectacular shot-making, the kind of performance that wins major championships through accumulation of small advantages and avoidance of costly mistakes. The tournament purse of $5.59 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth in the early 2000s, with Woods earning $1.04 million as champion, the first time the winner's share exceeded $1 million at Augusta National. The field of 93 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 4 over par, with ideal scoring conditions allowing aggressive play without making the course defenseless. The relatively benign weather and receptive greens produced low scores throughout the week, though Woods' ability to go lower than his competitors separated him from the field. His 16 under par total showcased the kind of sustained excellence that characterized his dominance during this period of his career. Tiger Woods' completion of the Tiger Slam generated enormous media attention and elevated him to a level of celebrity that transcended golf. The achievement placed him in rare company historically, as only Bobby Jones had previously held all 4 major championship titles simultaneously. The modern Grand Slam had never been swept by a single player across consecutive seasons. Woods' achievement sparked debate about whether the Tiger Slam should be considered equivalent to a calendar year Grand Slam. The 2001 Masters reinforced themes about Woods' dominance that would characterize his career throughout the early 2000s. His combination of prodigious length, precise iron play, excellent short game, and clutch putting under pressure made him virtually unbeatable when he brought his best golf to major championships. Competitors spoke of feeling demoralized before tournaments even began, knowing that Woods would likely win unless they played perfect golf. The psychological advantage Woods enjoyed over the field became as important as his physical skills, as opponents defeated themselves through negative thinking before competition truly began. The Tiger Slam also prompted continued discussion about course setup and whether tournament venues needed further modifications. Augusta had already begun lengthening the course after Woods' 1997 victory, but his continued success suggested more changes might be necessary. The ongoing tiger-proofing would continue for years, with the course eventually playing hundreds of yards longer than it had in the 1990s. In the years following his Tiger Slam completion, Woods would continue to dominate professional golf and win additional major championships, though he would never again hold all 4 titles simultaneously. The 2001 Masters represented the peak of his early dominance. For Augusta, the tournament reinforced the venue's status as golf's most prestigious stage. Tiger Woods' second green jacket, earned as part of the historic Tiger Slam, stands as one of the most significant achievements in golf history. The 2002 Masters tournament delivered a third green jacket to Tiger Woods, who became the first player since Jack Nicklaus in 1965 and 1966 to win consecutive Masters titles. Woods won with a score of 276, 12 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Retief Goosen after a final round that featured one of the most memorable shots in Augusta National history. The victory confirmed Woods' status as the game's completely dominant force and demonstrated his ability to win major championships through a variety of methods, from the overpowering performance of 1997 to the grinding, methodical golf that characterized this victory. The week unfolded under challenging conditions, with firm greens and steady winds testing every aspect of the players' games. Tiger Woods arrived at the 2002 Masters seeking to defend the green jacket he had won the previous year as part of his Tiger Slam achievement. His dominance of professional golf showed no signs of abating, with victories accumulating at a rate that suggested he might eventually surpass Jack Nicklaus's record of 18 major championships. Throughout the week, Woods demonstrated the complete mastery of Augusta National that had made him virtually unbeatable at the venue, with his combination of length, precision, and course knowledge giving him advantages that competitors could not overcome. His understanding of how to play Augusta's subtle slopes and tricky pin positions came from years of experience and countless practice rounds studying every nuance of the layout. The final round provided the kind of memorable moments that define Augusta National's place in golf history. Woods entered Sunday with a comfortable lead but faced pressure from Retief Goosen, the South African who had won the US Open the previous year and possessed the game to compete with anyone. The pivotal moment came at the 16th hole, where Woods faced a delicate chip shot from behind the green with the ball sitting on a tight lie. The shot required perfect touch and precise speed to navigate the severe slope and finish near the hole. Woods executed the chip flawlessly, the ball rolling slowly toward the cup before disappearing for birdie. The gallery erupted, and Woods' fist pump became one of the tournament's most iconic images. That chip-in at 16 effectively sealed the victory, as Goosen could not make up the deficit over the final holes. The South African's runner-up finish at 279 demonstrated solid play throughout the week, but Woods proved simply too good when the tournament reached its critical moments. Phil Mickelson tied for third, extending his frustrating pattern of strong Masters performances without claiming the title he desperately wanted. The margin of victory, while not overwhelming, reflected Woods' ability to make crucial shots when necessary and avoid the mistakes that doom competitors at Augusta National. The tournament purse of $6 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Woods earning $1.08 million as champion. The field of 90 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with firm, fast conditions throughout the week producing a challenging test that only the most skilled players could navigate successfully. Davis Love III tied for 12th in a solid performance that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at major championships. The relatively high winning score compared to Woods' previous Augusta victories reflected the difficult conditions and showed that he could win majors through patient accumulation of pars rather than through spectacular scoring runs. Tiger Woods' back-to-back Masters victories placed him in exclusive company with Jack Nicklaus and Nick Faldo as the only players in the modern era to win consecutive green jackets. The achievement demonstrated his ability to maintain focus and motivation even after accomplishing what many considered the pinnacle of golf achievement with the Tiger Slam. Woods' third Masters title in just 6 years confirmed that his 1997 victory was no fluke and that Augusta National's unique challenges suited his game perfectly. His combination of power to reach par 5s in 2 strokes and touch around the greens to save par when necessary made him ideally equipped for the course's demands. The 2002 Masters also reinforced the importance of experience and course knowledge in major championship golf at Augusta National. Woods' familiarity with the course's subtleties, from the grain in the greens to the ideal angles of approach for various pin positions, gave him advantages that less experienced players could not match. His ability to visualize shots and understand how the ball would react on Augusta's complex green surfaces came from years of study and competition at the venue. This accumulated knowledge, combined with his physical skills, made him virtually unbeatable when he brought quality golf to the tournament. The chip-in at 16 became part of Augusta's rich tradition of memorable shots. Woods' shot demonstrated not only his skill but also his ability to perform under extreme pressure when championships hung in the balance. In the years following his third Masters victory, Woods would continue to dominate professional golf and add additional green jackets to his collection, eventually winning 5 total Masters titles. But the 2002 triumph remained special for its back-to-back nature and for the memorable chip-in that effectively sealed the victory. For Augusta National, the tournament demonstrated that even in an era of one player's overwhelming dominance, the Masters could produce the kind of dramatic moments and exciting finishes that have always characterized the event. Tiger Woods' third green jacket, earned through a combination of solid play and one spectacular shot, stands as another chapter in his remarkable Augusta National legacy and confirms his status as one of the tournament's greatest champions. The 2003 Masters tournament delivered a green jacket to Mike Weir, the left-handed Canadian who became his nation's first major championship winner in a performance that showcased determination, excellent short game, and clutch play under extreme pressure. Weir won in a playoff over Len Mathias after both players finished regulation at 281, 7 under par, with Weir prevailing on the second playoff hole to claim the title. The victory represented a breakthrough for Canadian golf and demonstrated that major championships could be won by players who might lack overpowering length but possessed complete games and mental toughness. The week unfolded under rainy conditions that softened Augusta National and produced higher scores than typical dry, firm setups, with the wet weather adding an element of unpredictability to the tournament. Mike Weir arrived at the 2003 Masters as an established PGA Tour winner with multiple victories but no major championship breakthrough. His left-handed swing and relatively modest length off the tee made him an unlikely Masters champion in an era increasingly dominated by power golf. But his exceptional short game and ability to scramble effectively around Augusta's demanding greens gave him tools to compete. Throughout the week, Weir demonstrated the kind of patient, strategic golf that wins major championships, avoiding the disasters that can derail contenders while capitalizing on scoring opportunities when they presented themselves. His ability to get up and down from difficult positions saved par repeatedly and allowed him to remain in contention throughout all 4 rounds. The final round provided high drama as Weir and Mathias battled through challenging conditions to force a playoff. Len Mathias, a journeyman professional seeking his first major championship, played the round of his life to post 281 and apply maximum pressure to those still on the course. Weir responded with a clutch final round 67 that showcased his mental toughness and ability to perform when circumstances demanded excellence. His play over the closing holes demonstrated championship composure, making the pars and occasional birdies necessary to reach the playoff rather than pressing too hard and making costly mistakes. The rainy conditions added complexity to club selection and made judging distances more difficult, yet Weir navigated these challenges successfully. The playoff began at the 10th hole, where both players made pars to extend the competition. The 11th hole, that challenging par 4 that had witnessed Scott Hawk's famous miss in Nick Faldo's 1989 playoff victory, would again prove decisive. Mathias's approach found the bunker, while Weir safely reached the green. When Mathias failed to get up and down for par and Weir converted his par putt, the green jacket was his. The celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and relief at finally breaking through in a major championship after years of trying. Weir's emotional reaction on the green captured the significance of the moment for Canadian golf and for his own career. The tournament purse of $6.75 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Weir earning $1.08 million as champion. The field of 87 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 6 over par, with rainy conditions producing softer greens and higher scores than typical firm, fast Augusta setups. Tiger Woods finished tied for 15th after failing to win a 3rd consecutive Masters, though his presence continued to generate enormous interest. Phil Mickelson tied for 21st, still seeking the major championship breakthrough that would finally come the following year. The relatively high winning score of 7 under par reflected the challenging conditions and showed that Augusta National could still test the world's best players even when softened by rain. Mike Weir's Masters victory represented a significant achievement for Canadian golf and demonstrated that players from smaller golfing nations could compete successfully at major championships. His left-handed swing made him a unique champion, as relatively few left-handed players had won major championships in golf history. The victory inspired young Canadian golfers and showed that nationality need not be a barrier to success at the highest levels of professional golf. Weir's methodical approach and excellent short game provided a model for players who might lack the physical advantages of longer hitters but could compensate through precision and touch around the greens. The 2003 Masters also marked a brief interruption in Tiger Woods' dominance at Augusta National. as other players demonstrated that championships could still be won by those who brought quality golf and mental toughness to the tournament. Weir's victory showed that length off the tee, while advantageous, was not absolutely necessary for success at Augusta if a player possessed other compensating skills. His ability to scramble effectively and hold crucial putts under pressure proved more valuable than raw distance in the wet conditions that characterized the week. The tournament reinforced themes about the importance of course management and strategic thinking that have always been central to success at Augusta. Mike Weir's playoff victory over Len Mathias provided another example of Augusta's capacity to produce dramatic finishes. The playoff format creates drama that regular stroke play cannot match. Weir's ability to maintain composure and execute quality shots when the championship hung in the balance demonstrated mental toughness that all major champions must possess. In the years following his Masters victory, Weir would continue competing successfully on the PGA Tour, though he would not win another major championship. But the green jacket remained the defining achievement of his career and ensured his place in golf history as Canada's first major championship winner. For Canadian golf fans, Weir's victory provided a source of national pride. The triumph also highlighted the global nature of modern golf, with champions emerging from increasingly diverse backgrounds. Mike Weir's Masters victory stands as an inspiring story of perseverance and skill overcoming physical limitations. The 2004 Masters tournament belongs to Phil Mickelson, whose breakthrough major championship victory ended years of frustration and near misses with a performance that showcased his aggressive style and exceptional short game. Mickelson won with a score of 279, 9 under par, finishing one stroke ahead of Ernie Els after holing an 18-foot birdie putt on the final hole that clinched the title. The victory came after Mickelson had compiled an 0-for-47 record in major championships, earning him the unwanted label as the best player never to win a major. The week unfolded under challenging conditions at Augusta National, with firm greens and steady winds testing every aspect of the players' games and ensuring that only complete performances would contend for victory. Phil Mickelson arrived at the 2004 Masters carrying the burden of expectations that had followed him throughout his career. His prodigious talent had been obvious since his amateur days, when he won an NCAA individual championship and a PGA Tour event while still in college. Yet despite multiple victories on tour and consistently strong performances in major championships, the breakthrough victory had eluded him. Critics questioned whether he possessed the mental toughness necessary to close out major championships, pointing to aggressive shot selection at crucial moments that sometimes backfired spectacularly. The 0-for-47 record in majors had become a narrative that Mickelson desperately wanted to change. Throughout the week, Mickelson demonstrated a more measured approach than his aggressive reputation suggested, picking his spots to attack while playing conservatively when circumstances demanded patience. His short game proved exceptional, with scrambling ability saving par repeatedly and allowing him to remain in contention despite occasional wayward drives. The par fives proved particularly important, as Mickelson reached the reachable long holes in 2 strokes and converted eagles and birdies that separated him from competitors. His confidence grew as the tournament progressed, and by Sunday he believed that the green jacket would finally be his if he could maintain his composure through the closing holes. The final round provided the kind of dramatic finish that Augusta National reliably produces when major championships hang in the balance. Mickelson entered Sunday trailing but within striking distance, positioned to make a run if he could produce quality golf. Ernie Els, the talented South African who had already won multiple major championships, played excellent golf throughout the final round and posted a score that put maximum pressure on those still on the course. Els shot a closing 67 that gave him 280 total, and he waited in the scoring area to see if anyone could match or beat his number. Mickelson, playing in the final group, knew exactly what he needed to do. As Mickelson stood over his 18-foot birdie putt on the 72nd hole, the championship hung in the balance. A make would give him the green jacket, while a miss would mean playoff. The putt tracked perfectly toward the cup, catching the right edge and disappearing for birdie. Mickelson's leap and celebration became one of the Masters' most iconic images, capturing the joy and relief of finally breaking through in a major championship after years of disappointment. His emotional reaction reflected not just the victory itself, but the lifting of an enormous psychological burden that had weighed on him throughout his career. The birdie putt and the celebration that followed would be replayed endlessly, becoming synonymous with Mickelson's Masters triumph. The tournament purse of $7 million reflected the Masters' continued commercial growth, with Mickelson earning $1.24 million as champion. The field of 89 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with challenging conditions throughout the week producing a stern test that only the most skilled players could navigate successfully. Tiger Woods finished tied for third after contending through the final round, demonstrating that his dominance at Augusta remained intact even when he didn't win. KJ Choi tied for 10th in a strong performance that confirmed his status as one of the game's rising international stars. The winning score of 9 under par reflected the difficult conditions and showed that Augusta National could defend itself against the modern game when set up properly. Phil Mickelson's Masters victory represented vindication of his aggressive style and proof that major championships could be won by players willing to take calculated risks. His willingness to attack pins and attempt difficult shots, while sometimes leading to disasters, also produced the birdies and eagles necessary to win at the highest level. The breakthrough victory silenced critics who had questioned his mental toughness and proved that perseverance through disappointment could eventually produce rewards. The green jacket confirmed Mickelson's place among golf's elite champions and suggested that additional major titles might follow now that he had overcome the psychological barrier of winning his first. The 2004 Masters also marked an important moment in the tournament's history as a new generation of champions began to emerge alongside Tiger Woods' continued dominance. While Woods remained the player to beat, competitors like Mickelson, Els, and others demonstrated that they could win major championships when bringing their best golf. Mickelson's victory proved that Augusta would continue producing diverse champions. In the years following his breakthrough Masters victory, Mickelson would return to Augusta and win 2 additional green jackets. But the 2004 triumph remained special for its psychological significance. For golf fans who had watched Mickelson contend in major after major without breaking through, the victory provided satisfaction. The image of Mickelson leaping after holing the final putt captured a moment of pure joy. Phil Mickelson's first green jacket stands as one of the Masters' most emotionally resonant victories. The 2005 Masters tournament delivered a 4th green jacket to Tiger Woods, who defeated Chris DeMarco in a playoff to claim another title at Augusta National. Woods won after both players finished regulation at 276, 12 under par, with Woods prevailing by making birdie on the first playoff hole, the 18th, after DeMarco could manage only par. The victory came after Woods had undergone knee surgery following his 2004 season, raising questions about whether he could return to his previous dominant form. The triumph answered those doubts emphatically and confirmed that Woods remained golf's premier player. The week unfolded under challenging conditions, with firm greens and steady winds testing the field throughout all 4 rounds. Tiger Woods arrived at the 2005 Masters having missed 3 months of competition following arthroscopic knee surgery. The procedure had been necessary to repair cartilage damage, and Woods' rehabilitation kept him away from competitive golf longer than he had been absent at any point in his professional career. Questions naturally arose about whether the layoff and surgery would affect his performance, particularly at a demanding venue like Augusta National that rewards experience and course knowledge. Throughout the week, Woods demonstrated that his skills remained intact, with his ball striking as sharp as ever and his short game showing no ill effects from the time away from competition. The final round provided drama as Woods and DeMarco battled through challenging conditions with the championship hanging in the balance. Chris DeMarco, a tenacious competitor who had finished second to Woods at the PGA Championship in 1999, played exceptional golf throughout the week and refused to be intimidated by Woods' reputation. DeMarco's final round 68 showcased his ability to perform under pressure, making the birdies necessary to force a playoff rather than settling for a top 5 finish. His aggressive play and willingness to attack pins demonstrated the kind of fearlessness necessary to compete with Woods when the latter brought quality golf to major championships. The most memorable moment of the tournament came at the 16th hole on Sunday, where Woods faced a downhill chip shot from above the hole with the ball sitting on a tight lie. The shot required perfect touch to navigate the slope without rolling past the cup and off the green. Woods executed the chip flawlessly, the ball tracking slowly toward the hole before hanging on the lip for what seemed like an eternity. As gravity finally pulled the ball into the cup for birdie, the gallery erupted and Woods' fist pump captured his competitive fire. The chip-in gave Woods a 2-stroke lead with 2 holes to play, seemingly putting the championship out of reach for DeMarco and other competitors. But DeMarco refused to concede, making birdies at the final 2 holes to force a playoff after Woods made bogey at 18. The playoff began at the 18th hole, where both players hit quality tee shots that left them with manageable approaches to the green. Woods' approach settled on the putting surface in excellent position, while DeMarco's ball found the fringe just off the green. DeMarco's birdie attempt from the fringe slid past, leaving him with a par that would extend the playoff. Woods calmly rolled in his birdie putt to claim the victory, his 4th green jacket securing his place among Augusta National's most successful champions. The tournament purse of $8 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Woods earning $1.36 million as champion. The field of 95 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 6 over par, with challenging conditions throughout the week producing a stern test. Phil Mickelson finished tied for 4th as the defending champion, demonstrating solid play without quite reaching the level necessary to retain his title. Retief Goosen tied for 18th in a respectable performance that showed his continued competitiveness at major championships. The winning score of 12 under par reflected the firm, fast conditions that made Augusta National a demanding examination of every aspect of the game. Tiger Woods' 4th Masters victory confirmed his status as one of the tournament's greatest champions, tying him with Arnold Palmer for 2nd most green jackets behind only Jack Nicklaus's 6 titles. The triumph also proved that his knee surgery had not diminished his abilities and that he remained capable of winning major championships after returning from injury. Woods' resilience and ability to perform at the highest level even after extended layoffs demonstrated mental toughness that separated him from competitors who might possess similar physical skills but lacked his competitive fire. The victory suggested that Woods would continue winning majors for years to come and might eventually surpass Nicklaus's record. The chip-in at 16 became part of Augusta National's rich tradition of memorable shots, joining the pantheon of iconic moments that define the tournament's history. The image of the ball hanging on the lip before dropping, combined with Woods' celebration, captured the drama and excitement that Augusta produces each April. The shot demonstrated Woods' exceptional short game and his ability to execute under extreme pressure when championships hung in the balance. While the playoff victory meant the chip-in didn't directly win the championship, it remained the tournament's defining moment and the shot most replayed and discussed afterward. Chris DeMarco's performance throughout the week and particularly in the playoff earned widespread respect. His willingness to make birdies at 17 and 18 to force the playoff showed champion's mentality, even if he ultimately came up short. DeMarco's career would be defined partly by near misses in major championships. In the years following his fourth Masters victory, Woods would add one more green jacket in 2019, but the 2005 triumph remained special for its playoff drama and the memorable chip-in. For Augusta, the tournament reinforced themes about experience and course knowledge. Tiger Woods' fourth green jacket confirmed his dominance at Augusta and his status as one of the greatest champions in Masters history. The 2006 Masters tournament delivered a second green jacket to Phil Mickelson, whose victory came with a score of 281, 7 under par, finishing one stroke ahead of Tim Clark after a final round that showcased his aggressive style and risk-taking mentality. Mickelson won with a daring driver off the deck on the 72nd hole that found the fairway and set up a par that proved sufficient for victory. The triumph confirmed that his breakthrough at the 2004 Masters was no fluke and established him as one of Augusta National's premier players during the modern era. The week unfolded under typical spring conditions, with firm greens and strategic pin positions testing every aspect of the players' games and rewarding those who could manage risk intelligently. Phil Mickelson arrived at the 2006 Masters as the defending champion from 2 years prior, having won his breakthrough major in 2004. His aggressive style and willingness to attempt high-risk shots made him a fan favorite and a natural fit for Augusta National's risk-reward layout. Throughout the week, Mickelson demonstrated the kind of complete game necessary to win at Augusta, with his power allowing him to reach par 5s in 2 strokes and his short game enabling him to scramble effectively when approach shots missed their intended targets. His ability to shape shots both directions and work the ball around Augusta's doglegs gave him advantages that less versatile players could not match. The final round provided drama as several players contended for the title through the closing holes. Tim Clark, the South African who had never won a major championship, played excellent golf throughout the day and posted 282 to put pressure on those still on the course. Fred Couples, the 1992 champion, also mounted a challenge that ultimately fell short. Chad Campbell finished tied for 5th in a strong performance that demonstrated his continued competitiveness at major championships. Mickelson entered the final hole needing par to win, and his decision to hit driver from the fairway on the par 5 18th became the tournament's defining moment. The aggressive play on 72 epitomized Mickelson's approach to golf and to life more broadly. Rather than laying up safely and relying on his wedge game to get up and down for birdie, Mickelson chose to go for the green in 2 with a driver off the deck, a high-risk play that could produce eagle or lead to disaster. The shot found the fairway short of the green, leaving him with a manageable pitch that he executed successfully. The subsequent 2 putts for par secured the victory and the second green jacket. Mickelson's celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and satisfaction at having won through aggressive play that stayed true to his personality and style. The tournament purse of $9 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Mickelson earning $1.305 million as champion. The field of 95 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with typical spring conditions producing a challenging test. Tiger Woods finished tied for 3rd, continuing his pattern of strong performances at Augusta even when not winning. The winning score of 7 under par reflected the difficulty of the setup and showed that Augusta National could still defend itself against modern equipment and athletes. The relatively modest winning score compared to some other years demonstrated that course conditioning and pin positions mattered as much as raw length in determining outcomes. Phil Mickelson's second Masters victory confirmed his status as one of the tournament's premier champions and validated his aggressive approach to the game. His willingness to take risks and attempt difficult shots, while sometimes leading to spectacular failures, also produced the kind of brilliant play necessary to win major championships. The second green jacket proved that his breakthrough in 2004 was the beginning of sustained excellence at majors rather than an isolated triumph. Mickelson's success demonstrated that Augusta National rewards creativity and shot-making ability as much as power and precision, with players who can manufacture shots and work the ball both directions possessing advantages over those with more limited repertoires. The 2006 Masters also reinforced themes about risk management and decision-making under pressure that have always characterized success at Augusta National. Mickelson's driver on 72 represented calculated risk-taking rather than reckless gambling, as he understood his abilities and the situation well enough to know that he could execute the shot successfully more often than not. The aggressive play demonstrated confidence in his skills and willingness to win or lose through decisive action rather than through conservative play that left his fate to others. This mentality separated Mickelson from players who might possess similar physical abilities but lacked the courage to take risks when championships hung in the balance. In the years following his second Masters victory, Mickelson would continue competing at the highest level and would eventually win a third green jacket in 2010, establishing himself among Augusta's most successful modern champions. But the 2006 triumph remained special for the aggressive play that characterized the victory and for the way it confirmed his breakthrough 2 years earlier. For golf fans who appreciated creative shot-making and risk-taking, Mickelson's style provided entertainment and excitement that more conservative players could not match. The driver off the deck on 72 became part of Masters lore, joining other famous aggressive plays. While not as visually spectacular as a hold chip or long putt, the decision captured Mickelson's essence as a player. The shot demonstrated confidence, creativity, and willingness to accept risk in pursuit of reward. For Mickelson, the second green jacket confirmed his place among golf's elite players and proved that his talent could produce sustained success. Phil Mickelson's 2006 Masters victory stands as a testament to aggressive golf and intelligent risk-taking. The 2007 Masters tournament belongs to Zach Johnson, whose unlikely victory came with a score of 289, 1 over par, the highest winning total in Masters history, tied with Jack Burke Jr. in 1956 and Sam Snead in 1954. Johnson finished 2 strokes ahead of Tiger Woods, Retief Goosen, and Rory Sabatini after a final round that showcased patience, course management, and the ability to grind out pars when conditions demanded conservative play. The victory represented a triumph for shorter hitters who might lack the length to dominate modern courses but possess other skills that allow them to compete at the highest level. The week unfolded under extremely challenging conditions, with cold temperatures, steady winds, and firm greens producing the most difficult scoring test that Augusta National had presented in decades. Zach Johnson arrived at the 2007 Masters as a solid PGA Tour player with multiple victories but no major championship credentials to suggest he could win at Augusta National. His relatively modest length off the tee, hitting driver that traveled perhaps 30 to 40 yards shorter than the Tour's longest hitters, seemed a significant disadvantage on a course that had been lengthened repeatedly to challenge modern players. Yet Johnson possessed other qualities that proved valuable in the difficult conditions that characterized the week. His iron play was precise, his short game exceptional, and his mental toughness under pressure separated him from more talented players who wilted when the course became extremely difficult. Throughout the week, Johnson demonstrated the kind of intelligent course management that wins major championships when conditions become brutal. Rather than attempting to overpower Augusta National or force shots beyond his capabilities, he played within himself and accepted that par represented an excellent score on many holes. His ability to hit fairways consistently gave him advantages over longer hitters who sprayed drives into trouble, and his precise iron play allowed him to position approach shots in safe areas of greens rather than attacking dangerous pins. The par fives, typically the domain of long hitters, played more conservatively for Johnson, who laid up when necessary and relied on his wedge game to create birdie opportunities. The final round provided drama as several players contended under the most difficult conditions imaginable. Tiger Woods, seeking his fifth green jacket, played solid golf throughout the day but could not produce the low score necessary to overtake Johnson. Woods' final round 72 left him at 291, tied with Goosen and Sabatini for second place. The cold, windy conditions made club selection extremely difficult, and even the world's best players struggled to control trajectory and spin on approach shots. Johnson's ability to remain patient and accept bogeys when necessary, rather than compounding mistakes through aggressive recovery attempts, proved crucial to maintaining his lead through the difficult closing holes. Johnson's final round 69 showcased the kind of championship golf that wins major tournaments regardless of conditions. He made pars when pars were needed, birdies when opportunities presented themselves, and crucially avoided the kind of big numbers that can derail major championship pursuits in difficult conditions. His ability to scramble effectively and hold clutch putts under pressure demonstrated mental toughness that belied his relatively modest resume. When his final putt dropped at 18, securing the green jacket with a 1 over par total, Johnson's celebration reflected both joy at the achievement and disbelief that he had conquered Augusta National and defeated the world's best players. The tournament purse of $10 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Johnson earning $1.305 million as champion. The field of 93 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 6 over par, with brutal conditions throughout the week producing the highest winning score in over 50 years. The difficult setup sparked debate about whether Augusta National had been set up too severely, with some critics arguing that scoring conditions were unfair and others maintaining that major championships should test every aspect of players' games, including their ability to grind through difficult conditions. The 1 over par winning total demonstrated that Augusta could still defend itself against modern equipment when set up aggressively. Zach Johnson's Masters victory represented a significant achievement for shorter hitters and demonstrated that length off the tee, while advantageous, was not absolutely necessary for success at major championships. His triumph proved that precision, course management, and mental toughness could overcome deficits in raw distance if a player possessed complete skills in other areas. The victory also validated Augusta National's decision to lengthen the course repeatedly, as the added yardage had not prevented a relatively short hitter from winning when he brought complete golf and favorable conditions aligned. Johnson's success demonstrated that major championships remain competitions of complete games rather than mere driving contests. The 2007 Masters also marked an important moment in the tournament's history, as the highest winning score in over half a century sparked discussion about ideal scoring conditions. Some observers appreciated the demanding test, while others felt conditions had crossed the line from challenging to unfair. The debate highlighted ongoing tensions between traditionalists and those who preferred setups that produced lower scores. In the years following his Masters victory, Johnson would continue competing successfully and would eventually add a second major championship at the Open Championship. But the green jacket remained the defining achievement of his career. For shorter hitters worldwide, Johnson's victory provided inspiration and demonstrated that modern equipment had not eliminated their ability to compete. Zach Johnson's 2007 Masters victory stands as testament to precision and patience. The 2008 Masters tournament delivered a green jacket to Trevor Immelman, the South African who overcame recent health challenges to claim his first major championship with a score of 280, 8 under par, finishing 3 strokes ahead of Tiger Woods. Immelman's victory came just months after surgery to remove a benign tumor from his diaphragm, a procedure that had caused him to lose significant weight and strength. The triumph demonstrated resilience and mental toughness, proving that physical setbacks could be overcome through determination and proper preparation. The week unfolded under typical spring conditions at Augusta National, with the course playing firm and fast and rewarding players who could combine power with precision. Trevor Immelman arrived at the 2008 Masters having battled through a difficult recovery from surgery that had occurred late in the previous year. The tumor removal had been successful, but the recovery process left him weakened and unsure whether he could compete at the highest level. His preparation for the tournament had been limited by physical constraints, and questions remained about whether he possessed the stamina to compete through 4 demanding rounds at Augusta National. Throughout the week, Immelman demonstrated that his skills remained intact despite the health challenges, with solid ball striking and excellent course management allowing him to build and maintain a lead through the tournament. The final round provided drama as Tiger Woods mounted a charge that ultimately fell short. Woods, seeking his 5th green jacket, played exceptional golf on Sunday and posted a final round 68 that demonstrated his continued dominance at Augusta even when not winning. His aggressive play and numerous birdie opportunities put pressure on Immelman to maintain his composure and avoid the kind of mistakes that can derail major championship pursuits. But Immelman responded with patient, strategic golf that protected his lead without taking unnecessary risks. His ability to make pars when pars were needed and occasionally produce birdies to extend his advantage demonstrated championship composure under extreme pressure. Immelman's final round 75 showcased grinding, determined golf rather than spectacular shot-making, with his ability to scramble effectively and hole crucial putts separating him from the field. The bogeys he made were offset by solid pars that kept Woods at bay, and his 3-stroke victory margin understated the control he maintained throughout the final round. Woods' runner-up finish extended his remarkable record at Augusta National, where he seemed to contend every year regardless of his form elsewhere. The victory for Immelman represented a significant achievement given his recent health challenges and demonstrated that major championships could be won through mental toughness and course management rather than through overpowering the venue. The tournament purse of $11 million reflected the Masters' continued growth, with Immelman earning $1.35 million as champion. The field of 94 players was reduced to 43 after the cut at 5 over par, with typical spring conditions producing a challenging test. Phil Mickelson tied for 5th in a solid performance that continued his pattern of contending at Augusta, while Brandt Snedeker tied for 3rd in a breakout major championship showing. The winning score of 8 under par reflected firm, fast conditions that made Augusta National a demanding examination of every aspect of the game. The relatively modest scoring compared to some previous years demonstrated that course setup remained crucial in determining difficulty regardless of equipment advances. Trevor Immelman's Masters victory represented a significant achievement for South African golf and continued that nation's tradition of producing major championship winners. His success demonstrated the strength of South African golf development systems and the quality of players emerging from the country. The victory also provided inspiration for athletes facing health challenges, proving that with proper medical treatment and determined rehabilitation, careers could continue at the highest level after serious setbacks. Immelman's journey from surgery to green jacket in just months demonstrated remarkable resilience and mental toughness that extended beyond golf into broader themes of overcoming adversity. The 2008 Masters also reinforced themes about course management and strategic thinking that have always characterized success at Augusta National. Immelman's ability to play within himself and accept that par represented an excellent score on many holes demonstrated the kind of patience necessary to win major championships. His willingness to aim for safe areas of greens rather than attacking dangerous pins showed maturity and understanding that avoiding disasters mattered more than producing spectacular shots. This conservative approach, while less exciting for spectators, proved effective under pressure and demonstrated that major championships often go to players who can minimize mistakes rather than to those who produce the most birdies. In the years following his Masters victory, Immelman would face continued health challenges and struggles to maintain form. The green jacket remained the defining achievement of his career. For South African golf fans, Immelman's victory provided national pride. The triumph also highlighted the importance of mental toughness in overcoming physical challenges. Trevor Immelman's path to the green jacket provided one of golf's most inspiring comeback stories. His ability to compete successfully so soon after serious medical procedures demonstrated resilience. The victory proved that major championships could be won through complete preparation and strategic thinking. For Immelman, the 2008 Masters represented the pinnacle of his career. Trevor Immelman's green jacket stands as testament to resilience and determination.